Hey everyone, welcome to Following Lucha. This is a podcast where we watch one episode of Lucha Underground and discuss the lore of it. And then we talk about the news of the week of the episode coming out. And then we talk about this week's news. But today, we're not. We're watching Arrow with Cody Rhodes. I'm your host, Steven, and this is JC on the other side.
Hey guys, just to reiterate,
What
this
up?
is Following Lucha. We are the lore keepers of Lucha Underground. And Steven, you are so right. Your name is Steven. My name is JC. And we are
Wow.
usually here to recap, to dive into and dissect the lore of the El Rey Network's hit TV series that ran from 2015 to 2019? Lucha Underground. But
Lucha Underground.
every so
That was
often...
14.
Was it 14?
Is it 20?
Oh
I
shit,
think
you're right. It was
2014,
2014. 2014. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But we veer off course from the lore of Lucha to do some other random shit, okay? And that's exactly what we're doing this week, and we're banking on it taking more than an hour, because this is a
Oh, no.
pre-record, guys. I hate to pull the curtain
no.
back too far. This is a little bit of a pre-record. It's a pre-record by 2 days, but still a pre-record, you know?
You want to have Friday Night SmackDown news, man?
No.
It really sucks when something really major happens, you know?
Dude, what
But,
major thing
The
is gonna happen?
chances of that happening.
Exactly.
Okay. The last thing that happened was like Ricochet, I think. It's been a while.
It has. The only
No,
like current
has
events
it?
I can think of is on
Maybe like
Twitter.
tag team unification, right?
I don't give a shit.
Maybe.
I thought they
I don't
canceled the
know.
women's tag tournament. The only
No, not. Did they?
I don't know. I just listen
Oh.
to Dave Meltzer. I just subscribe to
Who's
the
the Dave
Wrestling
Meltzer?
Observer newsletter, Steven. That's where I get all my
Don't
news.
do that. No,
Oh,
you don't.
Don't lie.
No, you don't, dude.
help
If you
me.
did, our current weeks would be so much better.
don't
than they
say
are right
that.
now.
That's not true at all. Then we wouldn't have stories like DJ Quicksilver fighting the Big Show. Okay?
Oof.
So
Good draw.
leave lady over at wrestlingnewsblog.com alone, okay? Shout out to wrestlingnewsblog.com. But Steven, the only current events I've been privy to this week in wrestling is
Huh.
the other day I was on Twitter, and I don't know why. I open up tweets sometimes and I look at the replies, and there was just
Yeah.
a tweet about Becky Lynch, and then just all these dudes were discussing about how she's not attractive anymore. And like, what?
All these greasy dudes like, oh my god, guys, she's not hot anymore. You know, while like begging for chicken nuggies.
They're
from their
begging
mom or
for it.
something.
If you look at all their
Yeah.
other posts that aren't related to Becky Lynch, they're all begging for chicken nuggets, Steven. You're so right.
Heck yeah, nuggies from their moms, dude.
Oh my gosh, from their mom specifically.
And their girlfriends that might look like Paige, you know. They do have taste in women.
They don't
with their
have girlfriends,
man.
Steven. They don't have
They
girlfriends.
look like Paige, all of them. What do you mean?
The people with the girlfriends, they're not talking
All
about
their
Paige.
girlfriends look like Paige. What do you
No,
mean?
I don't
They
think
all
they're-
look like her.
Why are we talking about Paige? Did I say Paige?
No.
Oh no, I'm talking about Becky Lynch.
It's just a common meme people do online where it's like, my girlfriend who happens to look like Paige, guys, watch AEW with me today.
There's no way that's a meme. There's no way. No.
No,
It's not a trope on the internet that people's girlfriend looks like Paige. That's not like
Nah,
common.
you're just not educated, dude.
Steven, you saw one post one time of some douche saying, "Oh, my girlfriend looks like Paige," and now you just attribute
why I
it
keep
to
it
all
up.
wrestling fans.
That's why you keep it up.
I mean, my girlfriend kind of looks
That
like
works.
Paige too, so I kind of get it. I kind of
Dude,
get it.
lucky. Mine looks like Dewdrop. I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. Dewdrop is not that like. Dewdrop's kind of an attractive woman, you know.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big
Very
Piper
nice
Niven
accent.
guy. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Steven.
She gets like no reaction on her entrances when she comes out, but you know,
I'm sorry about that.
other than that,
I'm sorry about that. I thought your girlfriend looked like Nikita Lyons. That's what I was under the impression of. Was I wrong?
dude, I like when she like debuted. Everyone's like, oh my god, dude, she's so hot, guys. This is the next woman ever.
Mm-hmm. And now
In the
everyone's
world.
like, oh my god, she's MAGA. We can't cheer for her
she
anymore.
actually. She got MAGA, guys.
No.
There was this one video of her like throwing an axe, right? And
Uh-huh.
her ass was just like the main focus of it.
Let's go.
That was the video that most of the men watched.
Let's go.
I watched her MAGA rants.
Hell yeah. No, the MAGA video is her dancing on Memorial Day with nunchucks. But the video, like the song she's dancing to is about storming the Capitol.
Yo, that's sick.
Yeah.
Dude, every time I hear about like the Capitol being stormed, I think of that one episode of It's Always Sunny, where like they caused like the
where
MAGA
they
riots.
caused the Capitol riots. Damn.
That's all I think about.
I've heard conflicting stories.
Well-
I've heard it was them over at It's Always Sunny. I've also heard it was Chris Jericho's wife. There's a lot of speculation, you know?
Oh my god, Chris Jericho's wife got canceled on Reddit for that, I think, for the MAGA stuff. Everyone's just
No.
getting canceled for MAGA.
I mean, I told you about
Oh,
that,
well.
right? When AEW was just in Austin a few weeks ago. Chris Jericho was in the main event, and it got really quiet at one point during one of like the rest spots, and someone yelled, "Where was your wife on January 6th?" It was
That's so good.
he didn't
I
respond.
love wrestling fans.
hell yeah, they're so cool.
Have you ever seen that 1 second with like? Have you heard about it? Like it was like a house show back in like 2004 or 5 when JBL was feuding with Eddie Guerrero, and his whole thing was like being anti immigrants, right?
Hmm.
And there's one house show where JBL was like doing a heel promo about sending Eddie back to like the U.S. back to Mexico,
Back
right?
to the U.S. You go, Eddie.
Back to-
Fuck you.
Yeah, JBL was like, "You people need to go back to your country. I'm a heel." And then this crowd just started like cheering for him.
Oh no.
This heel promo.
That's tough. It
That
makes
was
sense.
great.
Though. It makes sense. Well, Steven,
Yeah.
we have so much to get to before we dive into the actual current events. Before we dive into the week of, okay, because we
No.
again, like we were saying a little bit earlier, we're taking a little, I don't know, like a side path, a side road,
swerve.
a little swerve.
We're U-turning.
We're not U-turning. We're not going backwards. We're just
We're changing lanes.
we're doing that.
fast lanes.
We're getting into the fast lane. We're getting into the HOV lane, Steven. And well, no, last week we were in the HOV lane. We're getting out of the HOV lane, Steven. And
Yeah.
we are, instead of watching Lucha Underground, watching instead an episode of the CW's Arrow.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
do you have
my
any
first.
history of Arrow?
No, it's my first time
No.
ever watching the series. The only familiarity I had with it prior to us watching it for this review is that like my dad works for a TV station and his TV
Mm-hmm.
station runs Arrow, so like I have some free Arrow merchandise if you ever want it,
That's
Steven.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Why
Why didn't you tell me this like 6 years ago?
I definitely
even 6
did tell you
years
6
ago.
years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, because literally I had to go help my dad volunteer. Well, I was volunteering. He was not. He'd work at Comic
Oh,
Con.
he was just working.
He was working at Comic Con, handing out like
Uh-huh.
posters for the Flash and Arrow and shit like that. And then
Wow.
I was reaching over like the little tent to grab more merchandise to hand out to people, and one of the
Steal, yeah.
newscaster ladies started yelling at me like, "What are you doing here? Why are you taking this?" And then my dad had to come over and be like, "No, he's with me." And
What the fuck are you doing, you little shit?
yeah,
What are you-
and she felt horrible. And then every time she saw me
Good.
since, she would like apologize and yeah.
Good.
Yeah, shout out to her. I think she moved to a bigger market, so she's moving on up in the world. You know,
She's on Fox now, guys.
She's on Fox now. So true, so true.
I watched Arrow. I think this is like the season. Like, oh man, this show is really bad. I'm gonna stop watching it.
Oh, is this
Like,
the
you still, like,
season?
I think their season 4 or 5 was when I was like, oh,
I thought
this
you
show's
were
not that good,
you were a
guys.
loyal watcher. I thought you stuck it
No.
through.
dude, these CW shows, man. Like when they start, they're really good, right? I
Mhm.
think, like the Flash specifically was really good, and then they just come like garbage.
This
It's
is
just-
sad.
They're just
Well,
not that great
Yeah,
anymore.
so I wrote down before I even watched this episode, which by the way is season 5 of
Uh-huh.
Arrow, episode 3. And the reason we're watching it,
Even
Steven,
episode 1.
we're not just watching Arrow because we're a bunch of dorks. So that, I mean, that is partially
Yeah.
why we're watching it. But we're
Outcast.
primarily watching it because our dear sweet personal friend Cody Rhodes stars in this
Our
episode
hero.
of Arrow. Our hero.
Cool Cody too. He looked badass in this episode.
Oh
man.
yeah, hell yeah, all veiny. He's going crazy. He looks like a penis.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome. And so
That's awesome,
This-
dude. I love penis.
I
Rhodes.
do too. This episode aired on October 19th of 2016, which makes me excited about the week of that we're gonna do when we talk about what was happening in wrestling. The week of.
We guys like about the good years.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go.
And so, but my impressions of the TV show Arrow before we watched it was that it was just like a cool, darker action show. Again, I'd never seen it before. It looked like it was high production. It had like a cool feel to it. But like,
High production at all.
well, I learned that really quickly, Steven, okay?
Aw.
Literally the intro in itself just turned me off from
Yeah?
the show completely. I was just
You don't like the my name is Oliver Queen. 5 years
Oh.
ago I was on an island. I was left behind.
it's
Every episode it starts
horrible.
like that.
It's horrible. And it's like, Steven, it's like
Yeah?
it's a really like cheesy like superhero version of NCIS, right?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
it became more superhero based, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it got way more cheesier because at first it took itself kind of seriously, and then like I think after season 3, they're like, all right, guys, Arrow,
Haha.
fuck him being serious, guys. Let's add superheroes now.
Awkward
We got
comedy.
fucking Ragman.
Awkward,
We got
awkward.
hot teenagers.
Hee I said
Everything.
something. I said something I wasn't supposed to. It's awkward. Haha. Like that. That's
Ah.
really cool. I love superhero comedies. They always just fucking hit it out of the park every time.
Yeah,
Like
my favorite's that one with Drake Bell. That one's great.
hell yeah. What are you even talking about?
There's like a Spider-Man parody of Drake Bell in it.
Uh-huh.
Back when like spoof movies were a big thing, and
Oh,
it's so bad. It's so garbage.
that's unfortunate. That's
It's like
unfortunate.
Dragonfly Man or something.
We'll have to watch that in the future. As we know, Drake Bell is a Lucha Underground star, so
Stephen Amell, also wrestling related. You can watch every ever episode. You know.
of Arrow.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll
Or
probably
Ninja
do that.
Turtles.
No.
Or Ninja.
No, we're not gonna do that. Unless it's the one with
Sheamus in it.
Yeah,
I just
Sheamus as a
realized
pig.
that.
We can watch the Sheamus as a pig movie, but
Stephen
that's
Amell's
it.
in that too, though. That's the thing.
Oh my god, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's double wrestling.
Well, Steven, I was just my notice or my commentary, my insight from just the first few minutes of this episode was that like
Yeah.
it's one of those shows, you know, but it lacks all the charm one of those shows is supposed to have, right? Like when we watched Psych,
Right.
that shit sucked, but it was charming. Like I would watch more
Right.
Psych.
It was like it knew what it wanted to be. You know,
Yeah.
like it wasn't like trying to fill up a status quo that the executives wanted. I think maybe it did. I don't know. Maybe Psych is like the most corporate show ever,
I hope so.
but it doesn't feel like it, man.
No.
You know?
No, I
But this-
legitimately I enjoyed watching Psych. Like it was dumb. I didn't like connect
Yeah.
with the comedy per se, but I had fun watching
Half
it.
my head missing.
This Steven, why did you have your head missing? It's just disappearing
got
into
shot
poor
in the head.
Martha. What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
You're disrespecting
That's
the
a-
legacy of Martha Hart, okay?
Dude, that segment was so bad. Oh my god.
I
it
didn't
lasted
watch it,
forever.
man. I didn't watch it,
It lasted-
man.
10 minutes of her just speaking. It was so boring.
Tony Khan bought her an hour of pay-per-view time, okay? If she wanted to go 60 minutes, that was her prerogative.
Oh
She
my
would have pulled a
God.
Hillbilly Jim. That'd be awesome. Okay.
She should have gone on MAGA. She should have gone like MAGA rants, dude. That would have made it even better.
Dude, is
It's gonna
Martha Hart
happen.
MAGA? Is that confirmed?
I don't know.
I hope
But
so.
I want a wrestler to go MAGA, like full on MAGA in like a promo that's unscripted.
Oh, cool. I think
gonna
that's what
happen one
MJF
day.
did tonight on Dynamite. You know, I think that's what his unscripted promo was.
So what happened in Arrow today, man?
So, hey, Steven, what happened on
We're
Arrow?
supposed to talk about.
I don't want to talk about this.
You want to talk about the best TV show ever? CW's The Arrow.
Fuck. Okay. So the show opens with that fucking intro that sucked ass. It did not even compare.
That one.
That one.
Or like the.
It didn't compare to the Psych intro. Psych intro was awesome. The music had no relation to anything.
We feel like a boomer. That intro. Oh my gosh.
That was the best television.
This
Psych
isn't a Psych
awesome.
podcast, dude. This is an Arrow podcast now. I got to talk about real
Oh,
TV.
fuck. Okay.
Are you avoiding the topic?
So the show opens with Stephen Amell on a rooftop, and he's chasing after a criminal who I assume is a criminal. And Stephen,
There's a drug man on the roof.
I couldn't even get a minute in before I
Want
had
me
to
to explain
pause.
it?
I had to pause.
could explain.
Pause my TV and write a note, okay? Because Stephen Amell opens his mouth when he yells at the criminal. And why the fuck does he sound like that? Why does he sound like that?
Just to hide his voice.
He's not hiding
He
it.
has to disguise it.
He
It's like
looks-
Batman
Oh my
from the
God.
Nolan movies. Like, he has to do that.
That's exactly
Where the
what he
criminals
sounds
trace
like.
him back.
But the thing is, too, at first, I didn't realize Stephen Amell was undercover. I didn't know he had a secret identity, so I just thought he was talking like a doofus, which he is.
No, he's running for mayor, man.
He is mayor,
How-
I thought.
No, he's running for right now.
He's definitely mayor in the episode we watched.
No, he was running for mayor.
No, he's not, because he appointed the deputy mayor.
No.
Yes, he's
he's not.
mayor. He's definitely mayor in this episode,
He's running
Steven.
for mayor.
He's not.
I'm
He
pretty
has no opponents.
No,
he
he
is the
is.
mayor.
No,
Fuck
he's
you.
running
Fuck
for-
you. I watched this
Is he
episode
mayor?
twice. Fuck you.
That's meant to go too. Like, no, fuck you. I watched it twice, man.
I hate this shit. I hate these episodes.
So what happened next in the episode? He catches the drug dealer, right? And he's like, "Where's Stardust?
Where's Stardust?
Where's Stardust?" And then dude's like, dude, it's fucking Cody Rhodes, man. He's doing the Stardust, man. Don't hurt me, man.
Calm down. Calm down. Because before we even hear about Stardust, the camera cuts away from the rooftop to like this fucking laboratory with 5 people watching Stephen Amell on like
Team
a
Arrow.
GoPro. How are they watching him? They're just
That's Team Arrow. They have like
Team
webcam,
Arrow.
I guess, on his jacket.
cool.
Because in the first season, Team Arrow was like the Arrow, right? And hacker blonde chick and security guard dude, right? And then like as they went on, they got more and more cast members for the show. So like it's just like a Power Rangers team at this point of just people.
It feels again. I watched the episode twice. I still can't understand the dynamic because they're all like it's a bunch of students on
They're all
Team
rookies.
Arrow.
They're all rookies. Yeah.
But then one
Because
of
the
them
last season,
a professional. One of them's like a lab lady.
yeah. So she was like originally in the show. She, you know, like the stereotype or trope of like hot woman hacker that's
Okay.
quirky,
Okay.
right? Yeah. So her character should introduce like some IT chick who was a hacker chick too, right?
That's so
And people were like,
hot.
"Yo, she's so cool because she's
Oh
hot
my God.
and she's quirky and awkward. We need her more episode, guys."
If only she looked
So,
like
like,
Paige.
They started pushing her as like the love interest of the show, her
Mhm.
Arrow, and people were like just hating it because
Oh,
like she was such
no.
a garbage character in the end. And in the last season, she blows up like an island of people
This.
by accident. My favorite part is when Felicity, like, she was gonna marry the Green Arrow, right?
This is
And
the lab
Felicity is
lady?
like,
This is the lab lady.
yeah,
Felicity.
her
Okay.
name's Felicity. She's like an OC for the show. She's not in the
Hell
comics.
yeah.
Right? So she was gonna get married with Arrow, right? And
This
in the episode
episode's
she gets
gonna
married
be
in,
so long.
she gets fucking shot in the wedding car, like in the limo.
Oh
She just
shit.
gets shot by some dude, and it's supposed to be like something really sad, like, oh fuck, dude, she got shot. No. But online, people hated her so much that everyone's like cheering about her being shot.
That's
People were just so excited this character got offed.
Hell yeah.
Or the chance of the character just being killed off. It was so weird.
Hell yeah. Wait, she died?
No, she got put in a wheelchair.
Hell
But she faked being in a wheelchair for love or something.
yeah. What? Just like that Twitch
It's
streamer.
really fucking stupid.
Oh my God.
It's really fucking dumb.
That's so
I think it was
cool.
like, but yeah, what else happened?
Well, okay. So they cut
Okay.
from Arrow on the roof to Team
Yeah.
Arrow. And I was saying, I don't understand the dynamic of these people because they're all students aside from Lab Lady, but one of them feels like he's been there for his entire fucking life. Then
Is it his name something dog? I think Wild Dog or something.
tall guy, the tall black
he-
dude, him.
Oh yeah, that's the security guard from the first season. He was like a bodyguard. He
Oh,
used to be in like the military.
cool. Good for
see.
him. I hear he has a
Yeah.
wife. I don't believe
That
it,
is
but I hear he
big
has a
ol'.
wife. And
That's
then
his name.
2 other of the students are like I feel like they entered about the same time, maybe like 6 or so months ago, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
And then one dude feels like he fucking showed up yesterday. Just I don't. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Oh wait, no, I think people confused. Okay, so the guy you're thinking of, he's actually gay. The black dude.
So he doesn't have a
Um,
wife. He was joking.
he has a husband
Why'd he say wife?
because he's gay, and I guess he's in the closet or something.
But he says in this episode, "I'm not gay." What- It's-
I'm not gay, guys.
like all word for word, he claims he's not gay. I assumed he
I'm
was
not
gay at first.
Gay.
Okay, well, I guess he's very closeted. I'm sorry about that. But
Yeah, how
why I
dare
bring
you.
up these
Just
5 people watching fucking through Arrow's lapel is because
Huh.
they're introing the show like no one's ever seen Arrow before, which is good for me. I'm a newbie here, but they're
Episode
talking about
3,
it.
too. That's crazy.
They're saying stuff like, "This doesn't feel like a challenge for the Green Arrow." Like they straight up say that, and then lab lady's like, "It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lesson.
It's real.
because you guys are students." Okay, thank
You guys are the students here. That is the teacher. Now learn how to fight crime.
And then the one female student, she's like, "Oh shit, finally a lesson where he doesn't have to punch me in the face." She's like, "Okay,
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
cool." So Arrow
Awesome.
beats women, which is awesome. And
No, he doesn't beat women. He trains women.
oh, cool,
different.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, he hangs the man on the roof, Steven, by his hands. And this is when he screams Stardust, like you said earlier. And he says, "I want your supplier." And he says, "No." And then Arrow says, "I will murder you." And
I will literally kill you, bro.
and then he shoves him like he's hanging from like a pipe above the building. But but he shoves him off of the roof to where he's hanging above the road. Okay, so like if he falls, he crashes down like many stories to his detriment.
Breaks his spine and shit.
Exactly. And
Like
so
Big E,
the
but
moment
worse.
the moment he shoves him above the
Cut
road,
that one out.
the vagrant screams, and I quote, "I'm a bitch."
I'm a bitch.
I'm a bitch.
I'm a bitch.
And then he tells him where his drug dealer's at. But I guess he tells him who his
Cody
drug
is
dealer
here,
is.
guys.
They don't know where he is. Yeah. He tells him, "My drug dealer is Cody Rhodes, and I'm a bitch." That's awesome. But
What a
the
good intro.
yeah, the vagrant, by the way, as Arrow's like happy. Arrow's about to walk away. He's like, "Hey, give me your Stardust." But then the vagrant gets mouthy. He's like, "Ha, you would take my drugs." And then Arrow's like, "You know what? Fuck you." And then he knocks the guy down to his death. So that's cool.
So how do you feel about Stardust being a drug in this universe and not a wrestler?
I was so confused because I
I like how they
uh,
referenced the wrestler's like gimmick, but they made it a drug.
yeah, cool, I guess.
It's not even like a cool drug. It's just a generic drug.
Also, Cody was gone from the WWE by the time this episode aired.
Well, I assume when they filmed it, he was still in the company.
I
right?
guess so. I guess
I
so.
assume.
But yeah, the drug that Cody is slinging is called Stardust, which
Like,
is
it's not even like a cool drug where you get pumped up and like powered up, you know? It's just a drug for like recreational uses, I
that's
assume.
cool. It's just like pot. That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So we
Illegal.
we cut back to the Arrow Labs, and it is the four students. They're all talking. They're all gossiping, and there are 3 people of color among these students. Steven, okay?
CW.
Yeah, hell
Gotta
yeah.
fill up your quotas.
Oh yeah, you know, like that's awesome representation. And there's one white student. It is the white student who starts speaking, and he says,
That's Ragman.
"I don't like drugs. I saw the impact all the gang warfare had on my neighborhood." What?
Remember when I talked about that island or town that got blown up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from that place.
Oh, cool.
So like his entire family's just dead.
That's awesome. That's
Really cool.
awesome. Oh, I learned, Steven. This episode focuses quite a bit about his dead family. Okay, so we'll get there.
You know what's great about his character?
That his
He
family's
gets written
dead?
off like a couple episodes later. Never shows up ever again.
Wait, the white guy never shows up again?
Okay, so I think he gets written off because I think his powers are too like broken, right? Because he just controls rags and shit. So like the writer's like, shit, this guy is too strong and our budget's not that great.
Why couldn't they
Let's
just
just write him
nerf
off.
him? What the hell? Poor dude. Well,
He cost CG, dude.
I
Have you seen his
guess.
costume?
he looks like a rat person. He looks like a rat person who whispers. It's really weird.
He's like it's called Ragman, right? Because he's powered by rags.
Hell yeah, hell
They're
yeah.
like spiritual rags, though.
Damn. I got to give me some spiritual rags, Steven. So, I just thought it was fucking incredible if the one white kid is talking about gang warfare in his neighborhood. Like,
I don't
that's
even know he's
cool.
white. You might just be like
It's a struggle.
race.
Hmm?
You might be like confusing his race. Is he white?
He's so
I need
white.
to Google it.
He is so
have to
goddamn
Google
white.
it.
There's no question in my mind that he's Caucasian. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know why you have to search that up.
Yeah,
But
search it up.
one of the other students, Steven, apparently his name is Renee. He is very eager to get out onto the streets. And he thinks he knows where Cody's at. You know?
I think that's Mad Dog. I think his name. That's his like his gamer name.
Well, his shoot name is Renee, so that's what I'm calling him. And he's eager. And so when Arrow gets back from beating up the Vagrant, or not the Vagrant, but I guess the druggie, he says that, no, Renee, you need to stay here. You need to slow your roll, buddy. Okay?
Yeah, man. You need to slow your roll, dude. You're getting a little too fast for us, man.
You do not, whatever you do, just stay here and train. Okay? It's not time for you to go show us Cody yet, because you're probably wrong anyways. And then,
yeah, you bitch.
Hell yeah,
You're wrong.
hell yeah. And then Renee's like, oh yeah, well, you're like too privileged to understand anyways.
You're privileged.
Yeah, true. And so from this, Arrow gets I'm just gonna call him Arrow because the Green Arrow is a shit name. So
I mean, originally his name wasn't even Green Arrow, because he was just, I think originally he was just either the Green Hood or just Arrow, because they didn't coin the term Green Arrow yet, because it was his origins, right?
This just sucks
And
ass. This all
becoming the
sucks
Green
ass.
Arrow.
I hate superhero everything. And so
What?
Arrow gets called to an armed gunman attack, okay? But
Yeah.
oh, just kidding, guys. When he shows up to the armed gunman attack, it's just a journalist. And he says, "Hey, Green Arrow. Hey, Arrow.
Hey, Arrow.
This is the only way I could get in contact with you, was faking a terrorist threat. So
That's awesome.
I'd like to tell you, I have a tip. About some dude who wants to murder you." And that's it. That's the entire scene. And does this ever come back? Is it Cody he's referencing?
I don't know.
Or is this something down the line in a future episode that I'm never going to find out about? Because
Do you think these writers know about foreshadowing?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Genuinely, do you think?
No, you're right. So we go from, this is going to be a very fucking disjointed episode of Following Lucha, because there are
Skip
so
all
many
the
scenes.
shit parts.
No,
Skip all the
no,
shit.
we're going through
No?
it all, Steven.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna be longer than the actual episode
Because
itself.
we cut to a man out of jail. And
Oh, that's Diggle. That's the bodyguard from season 1.
okay.
That's his name. For the last
So-
season, I think his brother, right, was like some bad dude, and he shot his brother. Just killed him.
So
Now he's in jail.
the gay guy is not the old bodyguard. You lied.
Yeah, I got him confused.
God
because
damn
he
it.
described them
You
very
racist.
similarly.
You racist. And so this man
I
is
haven't seen the show in like fucking 7 years, man.
he's in jail for,
It's so long.
like you said, shooting his brother, I guess.
Yeah,
And
his brother's
some-
like a cop, I think.
I don't
Dang.
know. Some lady shows up though, like during his
Mhm.
visiting hours or visitation hours. And I assume it's his wife because she cares a lot about him.
Yeah, that's the wife. Yeah.
And he says, I was framed. Do you believe me, right? And she's like,
cut
yeah.
to him in a flashback, him shooting his brother.
Yeah, that does happen. And then they take him back to a cell away from the visitation room. And then he starts screaming because he turns around when the prisoners or the prison guards bring him back to his cell. And he sees a man in an eye patch.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god. And I don't understand the
is?
reference. No.
You know Deathstroke, right?
Oh, sort of.
Oh, it's not Deathstroke. It's Deadshot, actually. They're pretty much the same character, but one has a gun, and that's really it.
Okay.
So this character was like part of the Suicide Squad in this show before the movie came out. So when the movie came out, they killed him off because the movie guys were like, "Hey guys, don't use this character anymore."
Oh shit. Was he in the first
that's how he
Suicide
returned.
Squad, like getting murdered in like the first 5 minutes? Or no?
Not the actual movie, no.
Damn. That
He,
sucks.
he was in the first one. He's played by Will Smith's character.
Oh fuck, you're right.
Yeah,
do
so I
remember
think
that.
I guess the reason why he returns because like, hey, Will Smith does not look like this dude. You guys can use him, I guess. Now.
Remember the time when Will Smith didn't come back for the second Suicide Squad, and they just replaced him with another black dude who played the same role?
They replaced him with the boss from The Office. It was awesome.
Wow, he was in the Office.
The same character. Yeah, Idris Elba.
Oh,
He was like after Michael Scott left.
I had no clue.
He's also Knuckles.
Wow, that's so
Great
exciting.
news. I know.
So, Steven, we go away from the man in the prison cell freaking out, and we're back to Arrow,
Mhm.
and now he's in a suit, like a suit and tie.
He's running for mayor.
I
I
guess.
think. Or he is mayor. I don't know.
I don't know
He's
either.
doing mayor stuff.
I think he's mayor. I'm gonna be honest. I really think he's mayor.
I'm
And
gonna Google it right now.
some
When was Arrow mayor?
some bald dude comes up to Mayor Arrow.
Okay, he is mayor. He is mayor.
Yeah,
he became mayor in
fucking
season 4.
And so the bald dude comes
Aw.
up to him and he's like, "You need more security, Arrow." And Arrow's like, "What happened last time I had security?"
How do they know he's Arrow?
Yeah.
They just call him Arrow.
And then Arrow's like, "Yeah, but last time I had security, it didn't go so well." But I don't know what that
wow.
means. Did one of the security guards try to kill him? I don't know.
I think that's it. Yeah.
And then he walks into one of his conference rooms with some girl.
That's the sister.
I learned
I
this
think. That's
eventually. I thought it was his
sister.
wife.
Yeah.
I really did.
No, that's bad, dude.
They just had so much sexual tension, you know?
The sister
Yeah.
and the older dude, like 10 years.
Yeah, love is love. And so he walks into the room with his sister, and she turns on the news, and they're blasting Arrow by his shoot name on the TV, like the news is, because they just appointed his department, his campaign or whatever, his administration just appointed an alcoholic for a position of deputy mayor. And then Arrow's like, "What the heck? Why is this?" And she's like, "Well, I appointed the alcoholic." And he's like, "But I told you not to appoint the alcoholic." And she was like, "Well, I did it anyways." And he's like, fuck you, sister.
That's
Fix
really
this."
great
Yeah.
of her to do. Kind of
Uh-huh.
a dick move, honestly.
A little bit. But yeah, he basically storms out and he's like, "You better fix this, okay?
You better fix your little
You better
shit.
fix this." And then we get to the most important part of this episode of Arrow. There's a Russian man and an injured junkie in bed. And is the injured junkie the man who fell off the roof earlier?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I
I
don't
know either.
I don't
It
know.
might be him.
It might. You think they got the same actor for the same thing? I don't know.
Maybe. He's playing two different characters with the same actor.
I don't
That's
know,
cool.
man.
But yeah, I don't know who either of these guys are, but I got so excited because the
Maybe
Russian
just
dude.
nameless ones.
No, the Russian
Oh,
dude.
you're talking about the flashback scene, right? From the Russians.
This is
okay.
a flashback?
Yeah. So like Arrow's premise is 5 years ago.
That was
he was on
Arrow?
an island, right? Yeah,
That was
that's Arrow.
Stephen Mal.
That's flashback Arrow.
In my notes, I referred to him as Vagrant the entire time.
Okay, so the thing about Arrow is the plot is Arrow was like some rich dude, right? Like some rich fuckboy,
Okay.
and he was partying on a
too.
yacht, and then the yacht got attacked by, I think, Russians.
Oh, of course,
or
it's always the
something.
Russians.
It's always them. So his boat crashed on his island, right? And then he's trying to like survive and shit, but there's like gangs and fucking Russians on the island, right? So he has to learn how to survive being on the island to go back to the mainland of America.
Jesus fuck.
And then after a couple years, like, you know what, guys? Let's take him off the island in the past. That was his goal the entire time, by the way, is to
Oh,
get off the
cool.
island.
Uh-huh.
And just randomly he can just get off the island whenever he wants now.
That's awesome. Good for him.
So this is like how he learned how to become like a badass fighter, right?
Okay, so he's a
Was by
frat
being on
boy.
this island.
He's a lost
Yeah.
frat boy at this point. Okay.
Well, at this point, he's like 5 years of being in the island,
he's-
killing people.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, season 5, right? So it's every year is one.
Yeah, I
season.
didn't think this was a flashback. I thought this was like running parallel. I thought this was
No, it's a
building up
flashback.
Arrow's next big enemy. I didn't realize that was also
Honestly.
Stephen Amell.
Back in the first season, the flashbacks were better than the actual show. But
Just like lost.
in this season, the flashback is the Russians took him to do some Russian shit. That's
Hell,
it.
yeah. Well, yeah, the Russian man in these flashbacks, alleged flashbacks. I'm still going to refer to him as Vagrant according to my notes.
Vagrant.
um,
No, you gotta call him Arrow.
sorry, we have Arrow, we have Mayor Arrow, and we have Vagrant Arrow. You're right.
You got past Arrow, you got Mayor Arrow.
But the Russian that Vagrant Arrow's hanging out with, his name is Anatoly, which is the name of the
Wow.
little boy in Countdown. The little boy that the bomb strapped to his chest.
A Russian name.
That's
It's a Russian name, dude.
awesome. That's awesome. And so, the Russian guy is trying to get the Vagrant Arrow's loyalty, and that's like the premise of this flashback. He's like, "Hey, I need you to pledge your faith," and he's like, "I don't want to," but Russian's like, "We need you to."
I don't want to.
I don't
Too
wanna.
bad.
Yeah. And then we cut to two of Arrow's students walking down a dark alley. It's Renee and the girl. They're hanging out together.
Check.
And Renee is like, "We're gonna do some recon real quick," and the girl's like, "Ugh, whatever."
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
I'm portraying her so far from what she's actually like. She's just a cool girl. I don't know. She's helping out a friend.
Girl.
Yeah.
You think the writers know how to write women?
No. Based off of Lab Lady, apparently not. Apparently not. So they're there to do recon, and then we find out very quickly he showed up to the laboratory where Cody is, the one that Arrow told him not to go to. And we cut to the inside the lab that they're sneaking into, and Cody's there. Cody Rhodes is there on the floor of the lab. It's crazy.
Cody's there in a suit. He looks
He
awesome.
does look pretty cool. And then Renee and the girl are sneaking around, okay, and they're doing it without Arrow's permission, so they feel like badasses. And then Renee pulls out a gun or something.
Look, and shoots Cody.
He pulls out a gun, and the girl's like, I thought we were here for recon. And he's like, we just did the recon. And so
Oh,
yeah.
snap, dude. You're gonna
Um,
murder Cody.
Hell yeah. He puts on a hockey mask. Which again, from this point, my notes shift away from Renee, and I start calling him Hockey Guy. So we're gonna
His
go
name
with
is
that.
Wild Dog. That's his name.
His name
That's
is Renee or
that's his
Hockey
favorite
Guy.
guy.
I did not write down
Hockey
Wild
Guy's
Dog.
pretty good. Hockey Guy's pretty good.
So Hockey Guy he starts fighting Cody essentially. He goes right to fucking Cody. He starts
Beats the
fighting
shove
him.
Cody. Cody didn't stand a chance.
Well, he used the shit out of him for a little bit, and then Cody gets the upper hand and beats the fuck out of Hockey Guy. Okay, like legit, it's a
Cody.
ground and pound, like fucking smashing
AEW
his
Cody
face
right
in.
here.
Hell yeah! Well,
This ain't Stardust. This is
Exactly.
AEW 2020 Cody.
hell yeah! This is AEW 2020 Cody versus Anthony Ogogo. Okay, just fucking him up hard style, and just
Oh my
Hockey
God.
Guy is getting fucked up despite his hockey mask. And eventually, to save Hockey Man's life, the girl is there, and she has a gun, and she
He fucking shoots Cody.
she shoots Cody in like the shoulder, and then Hockey Man
Uh-huh.
takes advantage of this because they're fighting on like these rafters or something, you know, like they're fighting like up high in the laboratory, and so Hockey Man shoves Cody down below into a vat full of stardust, which is cool, the drug from earlier, and so we
Yeah.
assume, oh no, our beloved Cody is
He's
dead.
dead.
Yeah.
They jokered him.
Cool cameo.
Can't
I like
believe
this
it.
episode. It's over.
That's it. No
Yep.
more.
I think that's it. And fuck, Steven. That's it for the scene, really. Cody ends up in a vat of stardust, and then we cut back to Mayor Arrow, and he's hanging out in his office when the angry district
Yeah.
attorney shows up, and just the only reason I bother talking about this scene.
He's like, yo, do some mayor stuff, man.
Hell yeah.
End scene.
Well, also there's a jump cut, very obviously, like in this scene, where like the attorney general's pissed off, leaning over the desk, and you cut to behind the attorney general, and he's just standing
Like,
up straight.
smiling.
He's just straightest posture you ever seen in your life. Okay.
Your continuity.
Hell yeah. But basically, Attorney General is pissed because he was trying to get a Stardust dealer off the street. He was about to have a Stardust dealer flip, and join the feds. And presumably this is Cody, but now he's dead. And then Mayor Arrow gets really defensive, and he's like, "That Arrow wouldn't have done that. Arrow wouldn't have done that." It was just
Yeah,
like,
Arrow, no murder.
yeah. Because is he supposed to be keeping it a secret? Because he's
Yeah.
doing a piss poor
I think-
job.
I think his thing was like for Mayor is like Arrow is my homie, dude. He will literally beat you up if you hate me.
So true.
Haters.
So true. His administration is not against threatening violence. I've learned this very quickly.
Oh,
And
no.
so then we cut to him back at the Arrow labs where all his students are.
The Arrow cave.
And Arrow comes up and he's like, "Renee, get over here." And
you little bitch.
Yeah.
What the fuck you do, man?
he's like, "I just heard some news that Cody died, and I think you're responsible."
Why'd you kill Cody, man?
Exactly. And he yells at him and he says, "We need to establish trust." And Hockey Guy's like, "Well, I was right, wasn't I?" And he's like, "It doesn't matter because it was a genius plan from my administration. We were going to flip him and then you ruined it." Motherfucker.
Yeah, you murdered him.
Arrow, you didn't know about
dude.
this plan till a minute ago. Shut the fuck up, okay? And then Hockey Guy
I think he just didn't want to murder Arrow. I think Arrow didn't want to murder Cody. I think he wanted to arrest Cody.
like I want to
It's
hang out with
different.
Cody, you know? If I were Arrow.
Drug Cody?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit.
Do some drugs. With
So
Cody.
Hockey Guy gets angry and he punches a wall. That's just cool. And then Steven, we cut to behind the scenes of a news set of a television station. And there's the news lady, the news anchor from earlier, who was shitting all over Arrow, saying he appointed an alcoholic, which is true, mind you. She is doing her job, and she is saying the mayor appointed an alcoholic as his deputy mayor. That is true. She is playing to the facts.
It's good journalism.
But little sister, Arrow's little sister shows up, and she's like,
Little
"Hey,
Arrow.
I am
Arrowette.
Arrow's sister," and Mayor
Arrowette.
and
Arrowette.
Arrowette. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Arrowette.
I mean.
And the little journalist lady is like, "Oh man, shit, why didn't you say so? I thought you were a fan." And then they start talking, and journalist lady's like, "I'm sorry about the news the other day. It's just, I gotta follow the lead from my producers.
Just doing my job, you know.
You just
man.
gotta stir up the
Really
drama."
sucks.
And then she's like, no, it's fine. I understand. It's just like, if I can be honest with you, journalist lady, my brother, he didn't know about the alcoholic. That was my decision, and I kind of made it behind his back. And then she's like, "Do you think you can maybe like run back your story from before?" And journalist lady's like, hell yeah, you can. That's no worries. I'll update the story.
Dead.
Next newscast. Yeah. That's no worries at all. And I'm like, okay, very cool. I don't know why she just admitted to that to a journalist, but hey, power to her, being honest with the public. And from there,
For
Steven,
the audience.
we go back to the fucking man in jail.
Let's go.
And he's talking to the man with the eye patch, and they're sharing stories about how they went to jail.
Like, why are you here, man? I thought
Exactly.
you blew up in a building.
Exactly.
And he's like, I don't know why either, man. Maybe it's because the Suicide Squad movie sucks when it came out.
Maybe. And then
That's
they
probably
start
why.
playing cards, and that's it. So moving on from
Never
that
say never
scene,
again.
we cut to a morgue, Steven. This is my favorite scene from the entire episode.
I love this scene so much, unironically.
And it's like there's
There's
very
just-
clearly an autopsy being conducted, okay, by like
Yeah,
a doctor or
autopsy
something.
man is like cutting Cody's chest.
Oh yeah, it's a dead
right?
Cody on the table, and he's cutting him open. He has a scalpel going crazy. He cuts open Cody's chest a little bit, and then motherfucker, there's a close up of Cody's face, and his eyes start to open, and you're like, oh my Jesus Christ, what's
And then
happening?
he's like, why do I feel nothing?
He says,
That's what you say when you come back from the
why
dead.
can't I feel anything? Is what he says to himself.
That's what you say, you know, when you come back to life
Hell
randomly.
yeah.
It's like, why do I
He
feel
then
nothing, man?
promptly grabs the scalpel out of his chest and slits the throat
Shanks
of
the
the
poor
doctor.
doctor,
He does
dude.
not shank him.
Poor
He
guy.
slits his throat, man.
Poor dude just got wrecked for no
Brutal.
reason. He's just doing his job, you know.
Hell yeah. And then we cut back away from the murder to the white student back at the laboratory. And the taller student is having an awkward conversation with him about how they're both straight and they don't want to hook up with one another. And I'm confused. Are they lying? Are they gay? Is there tension?
So the black dude's Mr. Terrific. He's gay. He's gay.
That's cool.
That's canon.
Okay.
The other dude just might be a homophobe.
A
I don't know.
homophobe. Wow. Okay. Well, it's good that we have these things cleared up. And basically, while they're talking, gay guy is like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna follow you home tonight if that's cool."
That's
and
awesome.
Then the white guy's like, "Yeah, but did you know my family's from this cool town called Haven Rock?" And then the gay
Wow.
guy is like,
Oh, spaghetti.
"Oopsies! I don't think I can follow you
Oopsie.
home tonight. I think
bye.
I think I'm gonna have to stay back here."
It's so stupid. I love this show. This show's great.
Yeah.
Man.
So, white guy from what is it called, Haven Rock, leaves, and then gay guy goes over to the lab lady, and he's like, "Holy shit! Did you know?" And she's like, "I did know. I knew that white guy's hometown is Haven Rock," and
That ghetto I blew up.
hell yeah. Then tall guy is like, I can't believe you blew up his hometown with a nuke.
Very casually, like, yo, what the fuck, dude?
Let's just explain
Why'd
it
you
all.
blow up his town with a nuke?
And she's like, "But I only did it to avoid destroying a larger city." And he's like, "That's
I
important."
assume like Arrow City was like supposed to get exploded, and then she just redirected a bomb to another city.
Okay.
It's really cool, by the way.
Hell yeah, like come on, man. It's like the thought experiment where there's a train heading down the track and it splits into two directions, and it's currently
Yeah.
on route to destroy like 5 people, but you could switch it to destroy 1 person. And so which do you do? Lab lady chose destroying the 1 person, and she's messed up. That's messed up. She
Fuck her.
interfered with God's plans. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Is God canon in Arrow?
No, because I think Arrow becomes God.
Hell fucking yeah, he does.
I don't know if he does or not. That might be a thing I just made up. But I'm pretty sure
We're going
it
with
does
it. We're
happen.
running with it, okay? And so
I know he dies like 20 years from now. It's pretty
that's
cool.
unfortunate. I hope God
Spoilers.
doesn't die in 20 years from now.
Me too.
Basically, lady's like, oh, I feel bad that I blew up the white guy's hometown and killed his family, but it is what it is. I'll tell him eventually. And then
Eventually.
all these alerts start going off on all their technology, okay? It goes wee woot, wee woot, wee woot. And what
Arrow
we
alarm.
exactly. And then Steven, what does that mean? What does that mean? We cut back to the hospital and Cody's on a
gosh.
motherfucking rampage, okay?
He has
This is-
adrenaline in his soul.
He
Dude. He's crazy.
does. This is Rampage, baby. And he starts fucking storming through the halls, murdering fools, okay?
And
And
these poor doctors
exactly.
and undertakers. These poor guys are just trying to make a living, you know?
And then Arrow is there, Steven. Arrow is already at the hospital, and he has his quiver ready, and he pulls out an arrow, and he shoots Cody, and the arrow goes through Cody's shoulder. And you know what
Oh my
Cody
God.
does? Cody simply fucking
walks
walks out of
it.
the arrow.
That scene was pretty sick, though. I thought that scene was awesome.
Pretty dope, pretty dope.
Walking out the arrow, and then he just walks off, and that's the scene.
No, he does not walk off. He walks toward Arrow
No,
and
he-
beats the
he beats up
fuck
Arrow.
out of him, okay?
Arrow got the shit out of him. It really sucks for Arrow, because, like, he has, like, 10 years of fighting experience.
Yeah.
Cody's just some drug dude.
Who just like got really strong after falling into some stardust.
Well,
I
his
get
power is not feeling pain.
it. Yeah.
I don't know if he's just stronger.
He's
or just, like,
definitely
doesn't feel pain
stronger. He's
anymore.
definitely stronger because like bullets are bouncing off of him, okay?
No,
like
Nick
that-
I thought.
No, we'll get to it, but there's a scene later where a cop shoots him and it just bounces off his head. You know, it's
Oh.
crazy, yeah.
Pretty badass,
A
dude.
little bit, a little
How
bit.
did arrows get past him then?
I don't fucking know, man. They're just really sharp.
Arrows are
He's
just
God.
stronger than
He's
bullets.
literally God. What do you want?
It's the Cody.
And so
He's Cody, dude.
it's true. And so they end up going back to the lab after Arrow gets beat the fuck out of by Cody. And then like they just kind of like they
Yeah.
powder, you know, Cody goes his way, Arrow goes his way. They're just like, okay, I agree that I got fucked up, so let's just call it quits. And
This villain of the week is too strong, dude. Give
Hell
it a
yeah.
break. Give it like a 5-minute break.
hell yeah, hell yeah. And so they go back to the lab and they're looking at the coroner's report, and it shows that Cody was in fact never dead. The stardust simply set him into a little coma or something. And now he has enhanced
is so
strength
hard.
and immunity to pain, according to Arrow. Okay. These are
So like,
Mhm.
that must really suck for a power, just not feeling pain.
No, enhanced strength and increased pain. That's
Yeah,
kind of
but, like,
badass.
you cut off like your arm. Like, oh, well, sucks. You know.
It'll
Just
grow
can't feel my
back.
arm
It'll grow
anymore.
back, you know?
Yeah.
I think it will. I think it will. But they all make
They
a
still
plan.
like get shot head. Like if he gets shot in the head, does he die?
We'll find out eventually, Steven. I don't fucking know. But we're going to
No.
watch every episode
I
of
know.
Arrow from now on this podcast.
I think Cody's in like 2 episodes.
Well, we're going to watch all of them either
Yeah.
way, just in case he shows
Dies in
back
the
up.
second one,
Just in
he's
case there's a cameo. And so,
Yeah.
Steven, we're in the lab and everyone's like, oh my gosh, thank you for all this intel, Arrow. Let's make a plan. And then they make a plan. The hockey guy wants to help. He's like, hey, count me in, coach. And Arrow's like,
Count me in,
fuck you,
cowboy."
bro. Go away. And so Renee
Little
just...
shit, you caused this.
Exactly. And
Poor guy.
then we cut back to the vagrant and the Russian. And
Mm-hmm.
they're in a middle-aged lady's backyard, okay? And then
Mm-hmm.
I guess they break the news to this middle-aged lady that her son is dead. I think I
Was this during
couldn't.
the Russian like flashback?
Yeah, and I couldn't tell what was
Yeah.
happening. But so they revealed to the
I
lady someone
assumed.
was dead.
Seems she's some important drug dude from Russia or something.
Okay, so she
Maybe,
seemed
I
happy
don't-
about it, so that's good.
Sick.
Or maybe I think they told her that the killer of her son is dead. That's what the good news was.
Oh.
Okay.
That's even happier news.
Hell yeah, it is happier than her son dying. I think so. And then Russian Anatoly, the Russian man, is like, "We are building an army, and I want you to be a part of it, Vagrant." And then Vagrant Arrow's like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
Then we go
whatever,
back to
man.
jail, Steven. My favorite scenes. And this is when the jail man admits to murdering his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. I hate these fucking jail scenes. I can't tell you.
What?
The first time watching
How
Steven,
much
I
did they
fell
cost?
asleep. I fell asleep at like
What?
fucking 7 p.m. because it was so boring.
How do you? Why these? What? These scenes are so good, dude. These what are they called? Bottle scenes.
I
They're
don't
so great.
care. But then we go back to the Attorney General. Remember that dude earlier during the jump cut? He's back. And he says, hey, Arrow, I need a favor. And Arrow's like, what do you need? And the Attorney General's like, I need a warrant. And then Arrow's like, okay, fine. And then the Attorney General's like, yo, you want to hear a funny story? 12 years ago, you fucked and stole my girlfriend. and then...
And then bring up, you know.
Yeah, and then Arrow's like, oh, okay. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cucked you all those years ago, man.
And he's like, no, it's cool. It's cool. I kind of like it.
It's chill, dude. It's
Yeah.
chill.
Honestly.
Thanks for bringing it up, man.
And then Arrow leaves the cuck and it goes to see his sister again, Arrowette. And Arrowette is like, oh, it's not good news, Arrow. There's more bad publicity. And she turns on the news station. And the journalist is there, Steven, the one that Arrowette talked to earlier. And you know what this fucking goddamn disgusting, immoral journalist does?
What does she do?
She reports the story she was told.
Holy
She
shit.
reports the scoop she was given by Arrow's sister. Like,
for free.
For free. Because you know that whole thing about like how the mayor wasn't aware of who was being appointed, and she just told the press that. Well, the press decided, hey, let's not keep this secret. Let's inform the public. Our job. And the show is making her out to be this villain. They're making the journalist lady out to be this bad guy. For legitimately, what should she have done? You know?
Kept it to herself.
No, she should not have. But I was just so
Why would you
pissed off.
tell the journalist lady that? Like, what does she do? Like, they want to take down the story, right?
Mhm.
And you just like tell like the news people, like, hey, don't put the story up. I don't know.
Well, you can't even do that because then that becomes a news story. Like, oh my gosh, the mayor's administration is trying to suppress the truth. You know?
Take it, just accept it, then, you know. at that point.
Exactly. Fucking take it. It's a blow on the belt or whatever.
Giving
Some
people second
combination of
chances.
phrase.
All those former alcoholics.
Exactly. Take
That's
it
how
on
you-
the
that's how you
chin.
turn it.
Take it on the chin. Maybe the
Yeah.
alcoholic will be great. And then we cut to what is very obviously a meeting of bad guys, Steven, okay? We're in a not great place. It's like
Druggies.
yeah, it's like that scene in Scooby-Doo, the live action movie, the second one, where like they show up to the bar where
didn't see
Shaggy
that
and
one.
Scooby dance. You didn't see that one?
Uh-huh. No, I did not.
Steven, you never saw the Seth Green Scooby-Doo movie.
I saw the first one. That one was pretty sick.
It was very good, the first one. The second one was also
Scraggy,
very good.
Scrappy dude.
Hell yeah, Scrappy.
I like this thing. Cody's like, yo, other drug dealers, we can take down the church, guys. Okay?
Wait, what the
Because
fuck?
the church is like, I guess, like another like mob.
I
or
thought you were
drug
talking about
dealer.
Scooby-Doo, man.
No, I'm talking about the Cody thing we're supposed to
Oh,
talk about.
yeah, we're
the
walking into
Arrow.
a meeting of bad guys, and then they're
Yeah.
like, what are we supposed to do now that Cody's dead? Then Cody...
No, Cody's here.
Cody
and
walks
he comes out
in.
the Cody Vader. It's awesome.
He does. He comes up with the Cody Vader.
He's like, yo, guys, I can't feel pain anymore, dude. We can
Mhm.
take down all the other gangs. And then he gets a lighter and starts lighting his arm on fire. And he's like, look, see, guys, no pain.
No pain.
That's badass,
Hell
right?
yeah.
And like, everyone else like, that's pretty cool, Cody. We'll follow you,
And
man.
Cody definitely wrote his own line here, okay? He definitely like fucking editorialized and ad-libbed. Because he starts quoting Mark Twain. He says, what did Mark
Good
Twain
dude.
say? That the details of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
Wow.
And 'cause this is how he reveals he's still alive, which is very cool. I mean, I honestly love it because his group of bad guys sitting around the table, I imagine most bad guys would be happy when someone dies. Like, oh my gosh, time for me to move up, time for me to make more money. But when Cody comes back, legitimately, one of the dudes just says righteous, that's
They're just really
cool.
happy their boss came back from the dead.
I guess so. Let's work for them.
They get their 401k back.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
And this is when we see Cody is veined out of his fucking mind. This is when Penis Cody debuts, okay? And he just starts
He's so pale.
talking about Gary Busey while he burns himself. It's awesome. This is ideal Cody. This is what Cody should have been when he returned at WrestleMania, okay?
Yeah.
Just fucking veins
himself.
all over his
Well,
throat
he
and
did burn
face.
himself when he returned on Raw.
Oh, didn't he get burnt by his pyro? That's so fun.
Yeah, he walked too early and burned
Oh,
himself.
poor buddy. So
Oh.
Gary Busey is I guess Cody's muse.
Favorite actor.
I guess so. And then Steven, we cut to Arrow, and he's in the lab with Lab Lady, and he's very sad and angsty, okay? And
Yeah.
Lab lady's like, "What's going on, my dear sweet Arrow?" And Arrow says, "I can't control anybody," and
I can't manipulate people.
exactly. And then
Oh
the lab
man.
lady, I expected her to be like, "Oh, it's okay, Arrow, you're okay." But no, she says,
No, lady's like,
"Have you ever considered that's fucking your fault for being a bad leader?" Which is like, okay.
dang, poor Arrow, dude.
hmm And she starts talking about how her dog pisses and shits everywhere, and is like, "You need to take responsibility
like a
for your
dog.
team, like I take responsibility for my dog." Which
Good comparison, you know.
I guess so. I guess so.
One dog and like 5 vigilantes.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. It's pretty
Yeah.
valid. And yeah, Arrow needs to take responsibility for his whole team. But Steven, before we
Yeah.
see his whole team, we go back to the jail man. Woohoo! And the
What's he doing now?
Well, fucking, I don't know, because you remember earlier he was in the visitation room and his wife came to visit and they were talking through the telephone? This time his wife is allowed to just go up to his cell. And how? How did that
she's
happen?
like, I think 'cause she's like a higher up in like the CIA or something, or some police.
So if she's
thing.
a higher up and she has that kind of clearance, why not fucking go there to begin with? Why ever have the
One
visitation
thing
hour?
looked cooler.
Whatever. Just stick with it. Just be consistent. Just be consistent. And basically, jail guy tells his wife, "Leave me alone. I don't want to ever get out of jail. I want to stay here forever. Just
I
don't
want to stay
exactly.
in prison.
I want to be punished for killing my brother." And she says that the person that you remember the dude with the eye patch who was there in the cell with him.
Yeah, Deadshot. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the dude who's in jail, that's not Deadshot, is like, "Oh my gosh, and I've been stuck here with Deadshot, my mortal enemy." And then his wife is like, "Honey."
I think Deadshot killed like one of his family members or something. Oh, okay, I think Deadshot killed his brother, but then the brother faked his death from Deadshot, and then Diggle killed his brother for realsies.
Fuck
That's
him.
the lore.
Fuck him
that's-
for
that's-
killing his brother. That's like, that's
Oh, he
messed
didn't-
up.
So like everyone in this cell has killed Diggle's brother.
No.
It's really cool.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Well, basically, his wife is like, "Hey, honey, that dude died years ago. You're alone in your cell."
Oh,
He's been hallucinating, Steven. Oh
gosh.
my goodness.
I just loved how they killed off Deadshot because they were making a Suicide Squad movie. So like, you can't use him anymore, guys. He's in
I
a
get
movie
it.
now,
I get it. You
and
can't.
he's like a different race now too.
For sure. You can't like muddy the IP, Steven, okay? You got to keep it separate and clean.
You know what's a fun fact about Deadshot?
I don't
in
care.
in the Arkham games.
What's that?
That's really cool. He was white in the Arkham games, and then the Suicide Squad movie came out, and now he's black.
Oh my god. Would you like to hear a fun fact about, is it Nick
Arrow?
Fury? Wasn't he white in the video games and now he's black in the movies?
Well, Nick Fury in the movies is like Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Yeah.
But in the comics, he's white.
Yeah.
But then in the alternate universe of the comics, he's black.
Whoa.
That just happened with like Samuel L. Jackson.
Whoa.
And then they kind of just like merged together in the same universe, and there's two Nick Furies.
I go off of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and in that he was white. So this is sort of the official lore, I think.
That's fair.
Thank you. We go away from jail, man, and thank fuck we do. We're back to the lab, Steven, and all the students are picking on the gay student, okay? As tends to happen. And the gay guy is wearing a jacket that says, "Fair play, Terry Sloan."
Ooh,
And they're all like, "Who
Terry
even
Sloan.
is that?" And he's like, "You guys don't
who's
know
that jobber, dude?
Terry Sloan?" And they're like, "What the fuck? No, we're like
He's a
20.
pro wrestler, dude. He's awesome.
Exactly.
He's
He's
sick.
he says he was the greatest pro wrestler ever. He's my idol, and just no one knows what he's
Mhm.
talking about.
Do you know who Terry Sloan is?
Well, he's fair play Terry Sloan. Of course I do.
He's not a wrestler. He's a comic book character.
Oh fuck.
He's like
Damn it.
he's a superhero named Mr. Terrific, right? And his origin is he was so successful in life, he was gonna kill himself.
I get that.
So when he's driving his car, this lady tried killing herself, and then he stopped the car and was like, "Yo, lady, why are you trying to kill yourself?" And he's like, "My brother's part of the mob." So then, the dude saves the brother from the mob. That's the origin story.
That's cool.
That's it.
For
It
Terry
was made in, like,
Sloan.
the fucking. It was made in the 40s, dude. You think they cared?
Was
back
he a
then?
pro wrestler?
No, he's just some dude. Like he's an athlete.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah,
That's so sad. That's so sad.
it's not a good origin story. It's
No, it really isn't. I
died,
could have done
like,
without. I could have
50
done
years
without.
ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, the gay dude's wearing a leather jacket of our rest his soul, God rest his soul, Terry Sloan. And yeah, again, no one knows who he is. And there's Hockey Mask, and he's punching a bag really hard. He's getting out his aggression from
It's in
earlier.
the Ricochet.
Exactly. He really
Prince-
is. He really is.
Mud.
And then Arrow comes up and he's like, hey, hockey guy punching the punching bag. I want to not really apologize, but I want to tell you that you were right. Okay. And I should have listened to you, and we should have gone and beat up Cody while we could have. And this would have never happened if I just listened to you. And then
Yeah.
Hockey Man's like, oh my God, that's almost like an apology. I'll take it.
It's close enough.
And then it's revealed that apparently while Hockey Man was fighting Cody in the lab, one of the bullets discharged into some pipe above, like in the ceiling, and this pipe
Wow.
leaked into the vat of drugs, and this is what made Cody invincible. And so now they're thinking that all the druggies are going to go back to the pot, the scene of the crime, to also become invincible.
Overdose.
Which they're right. This is their plan that they made
Yeah.
earlier.
This is so stupid.
So dumb.
This show's great, man.
I hate this.
I loved it. This show was awesome.
And so then Arrow's like, well, if they have an army, I'm going to need a team of my own. And he's like, time to suit up. And then
And they suit up. They do.
suit up.
It was awesome, man.
They
One's
do.
like a guy with a T mask. The other guy's a rag.
Yeah, one dude makes his face like he's a black dude, but he makes his face especially black in the shape of a T.
That's the actual design from the comics. It's just a T.
That's odd looking.
He's Mr. Terrific.
Mhm.
He's the smartest man in DC.
And
Or
Renee,
second.
he wears a hockey mask. Rags, he looks like a rat person.
No, he wears fur.
He looks like a rat, man. And then
He's a rat man.
the girl, she just has like Robin glasses on or something like that. I don't really know.
I don't know what her design is. I forgot she exists. I'm gonna be honest.
Poor girl. Poor. Is Team Arrow not a fixture of the show?
This is the first season they're in.
Okay.
Season 5.
That makes sense
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
only episode 3.
Yeah.
So we're still meeting them
Do
all.
it.
So was Mr.
Yeah.
Terrific, was he in the first couple of seasons?
I think it's season 4. I think his character's literally just quirky tech dude.
I don't enjoy it at all. I'll be honest. I'll be
No?
honest.
A lot of people don't. Don't worry. You're not.
Thank
you're not like,
Christ.
alone.
And so Cody shows back up at the lab as we expected, and there's a policeman guarding it, and he's like, "Hey, you need to leave. This is the scene of a crime." And Cody says,
Yeah.
"I know." And then he eats a
I am the crime. Punches him in the
Exactly.
face.
Well, fucking the cop tries to shoot Cody, and this is when I think the bullet bounces off of him. Okay,
Mhm.
like it
Bulletproof
grazes
Cody.
his forehead or something like that, and then he says to all his drug buddies, "You all are going to be fearless, painless, unstoppable." And this was
Cody
Cody.
opened his mouth. It's still like bulletproof, like the inside of his
Ooh,
mouth.
that's a great question. I don't know if his inside
his
is
eyeball?
bulletproof. I'm
Like,
not
he
too
just died.
certain.
Does he just die because it's like connected to the brain?
I feel like he probably again has regenerative powers that we just don't know about.
You know how he
yet.
dies, right? In the future, he gets
No.
burned on fire.
Oh
That's how he
no!
dies.
Rest in peace, Cody.
R.I.P.
But what the fuck is even happening here, Steven? Oh yeah, Cody's
so
cutting
Team
a
Arrow
promo.
pops up.
Sorry, no.
Oh, okay.
Because Cody is saying like, you're gonna be fearless, painless, unstoppable, and you can tell he's really trying to get his acting chops put together. Okay, he's really trying to prove
He
himself.
wants to become the next Rock, you know?
I get it, and this really got him there. Okay, this
I got
is
him
it.
instead of you.
And then Arrow and his team were all waiting inside already for Cody, and so all his students wreck the smaller drug dealers that aren't Cody, like very easily.
The jobbers.
And then they arm an explosive on like this vat of the stardust that made Cody invincible, and then they blow it up. And as they're
Wow.
blowing it up, Cody is fighting Arrow one-on-one. And then
Oh my
Arrow
God.
is like, just because you can't feel your tendons being sliced doesn't mean you don't need them to walk. And then he proceeds to cut all the tendons in the legs and arms of
How does
Cody.
that work? Because he's invincible against bullets, but like you can cut him still. I don't get it.
He's literally God. Why do you keep questioning this shit,
I
Steven?
don't get it. Why does Cody just get jobbed out in like 2 seconds?
Bro, I don't know. But then they blow up his shit too. Cody's there on the ground, unable to move, and they just blow it all up. Good for him.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's Cody's appearance on Arrow, but we still
We
got
still have to talk about this show.
I'll
Not
rush
really.
through it. I'll rush through it. Arrow brings
Okay.
all his kids into a changing room.
You're like, hey guys, good job, guys. We killed Cody. Let's go.
We killed Cody, so here are your outfits.
Heck yeah.
That's
You get
nice.
promoted to superhero.
Hell yeah. And then we cut back to the Russian man and the vagrant, Steven. And Russian man says, we kill and we die for one another. You will do the same if you trust us, if you trust your
I
brothers.
Yeah, this is a flashback.
Dude, I legit thought this was building up the next villain for Arrow to fight. I thought
How
it was,
did you not notice it was just Arrow?
it didn't look like him. That mask fools me.
He had hair.
The mask, it tricks me every goddamn time.
Oh man, it's like Superman. I can't tell. He has glasses on, guys.
Exactly.
It's too hard.
And so, he's like, we die for one another. You trust your brothers. And Arrow's like, it's hard to trust you guys, but fuck it, whatever. And so
Kind of have to, you know.
he turns his back to a room full of Russians who all have these knives, and all the Russians come up and they slice the same like piece of skin, on Vagrant Arrow over and over again, which I guess is some initiation to a Russian cult. I don't really know.
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you for the confirmation. Would
I don't-
you ever
Oh,
join
dude,
a
I-
Russian cult, Steven?
Honestly, probably.
By the way, nice
I might be in line.
WWE shirt. I just noticed the logo.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I gotta wear it to rep my boy Cody.
Hell yeah, you
know?
do.
In the
That's
Cody
so
shirt.
embarrassing they put that logo there. That's fucked up.
I hate this shirt because of this logo.
You can get rid of it, man. Just cover it with like Sharpie, you know?
Can I just like scrap it off?
Maybe.
theoretically?
That's like a patch, or is it a patch, or is it
No,
screen
it's sewn in,
printed?
It's sewn in.
Oh, it's sewn in? It's not screen printed?
I don't know.
Well, do you
It might
see
be-
stitching?
Oh no, it is screen printed.
Okay. There's
I was
some
feeling it, and it was like textured, so I got really confused.
you can get a fucking what's it called? You can get some stuff to get rid of that if you want to.
acetone.
No,
Nice
that
on my
won't
shirt.
work, buddy. I'm sorry. No.
Bleach my shirt white,
No, I don't think
or
so.
maybe like orange.
Oh, that'd be sick. An orange Cody
So
shirt.
what else?
You
wanna
should
just stop
tie
talking
dye
about
your
Arrow?
Cody shirt. Oh my god.
You wanna skip Arrow? And go to
No,
this
we
week's
got more
events?
because
No?
we have another press conference. Woohoo! Remember the journalist from earlier? Well, guess what? She did her fucking job and she reported on the story.
Yeah.
And Arrow says, "Hey, sister, I know earlier you said that you will resign after hiring the alcoholic, but I don't need that from you, okay? Like, legitimately, you can keep your job. We'll handle this." And so he makes a public appearance at a
I
press
love
conference. He
nepotism.
calls. What'd you say?
Yeah. Nepotism.
Yeah,
It's
we
like,
love
she's
it, baby.
She's his sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now she's in office with like no experience in politics.
At least she's good at her job. And so they call a press conference, and he's like, "Hey guys, I just want everyone to know that when a decision gets made here, whether it's me making it directly or not, or if it's my team making it, it doesn't matter. There shouldn't be a distinction. Any team my team makes, I trust, because I trust my team. Any decision of theirs is a decision of mine. And that's something we got to get straight going forward. And so I'd like to welcome to the stage at this time my new deputy, the alcoholic." And the
Let's go.
the
And it gets
alcoholic
claps.
comes out. Hell yeah.
Everyone claps in the room like, "Yo, let's go, alcoholic!" Woo!
But it shows what Arrow learned over this episode. You know, he learned teamwork and being accountable for his team.
He's learned teamwork.
Hell yeah.
It's been like 5 seasons of this show.
Well, he forgets, okay? He forgets sometimes.
You say that, but that's legit the thing about the show. He just forgets lessons he's learned.
Ugh. Steven, this show sounds horrible. I'm gonna be honest.
So that was Arrow. How did you feel about Arrow?
It's not over yet.
Oh my
Arrowette
God.
confronts the journalist, okay, after the press conference, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, journalist, you're a bitch," and the journalist is like, "What are you talking about? No, I apologize. I can explain." And she's like,
Have
"What?
to get paid.
Explain what? Explain how you lied to me?" She never lied. She never
Maybe
lied.
I think because journalism woman wanted to like publish a story, but Arrowette wanted her to keep it a secret.
That's not how journalism works. You can't go off the record so a journalist likes you. Okay?
JC, they're the CW like people writing it.
Okay, either way,
People write Riverdale.
regardless of who's writing it, you know what's fucked up is
What's up?
the Arrow sister, Arrowette. She starts threatening the journalist and says, "If you ever publish
Fucking murder,
one thing
shit.
bad about my brother ever again, you will be writing a blog for the rest of your life." which is like,
Dang.
this. Oh, it's so corrupt. This is very corrupt, Steven. I can't
Is that
stand
like an
for it.
offensive thing? If I tell a journalist like, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm gonna make you write blogs now."
It's
Alright?
it's
You better not
offensive
mess with
when
me.
you're in a position of power and hold legitimate like sway in society, and you're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I know your boss, and I will make you jobless." You know,
Threatening,
generally,
like, all these journalists.
yeah,
She could
generally that's
report this,
offensive.
right? About being threatened.
She should report it in her paper. Yeah, she should absolutely go to the
Yeah.
presses. But now she's probably afraid she'll lose her job. So, it's
Or die.
or die. Arrow is not against murder. We
This
know
city has
this.
a lot of criminals, man. I don't know.
Exactly. And so now we cut to the most touching part of the entire episode. It's Lab Lady, and she's finally breaking the news
Yo.
to White Kid that she murdered his
White
family.
dude, I murdered your family, bro. And dude's like, yo, that's sick.
Woo!
I forgive you.
And then he storms off. Okay,
He's mad.
but she apologized for killing his family, so it should be okay in the next episode, I think. I hope it's never
Will we
addressed
ever
again.
know? Well, again, like I said, his character gets written off for being too broken like
There's no way.
3 episodes
There's
later.
no way his character gets written off and doesn't come back in like season 8. There's no way. What the fuck? Maybe the actor like didn't want to do it anymore.
No, he was just, literally, he was just too broken. That's what they said.
That's their
I just assume because
fault.
like he cost too much CG.
Ugh.
Because his powers is like
And it's
CGI.
not even that broken. Dude just has rags. That's it.
No, his rags can like control rags to like block bullets and like punch people and like grab them like fucking crack their necks.
This sucks.
It's pretty broken, dude. It's like the Force, but with rags.
I guess so. It is.
Wow.
It really is.
His power.
And
How'd you
then.
feel about Arrow? Oh, we
Well,
still got.
no, we got
we're
one
still-
more scene, baby. Let's go.
So long.
We cut to Arrow in his office or some shit. I don't
Yeah.
even know where the fuck Arrow is. And then the lady from prison shows up. The wife of the man in jail shows up,
Oh no!
and she says,
Why is she there?
"Arrow, I need you to break my husband out of jail." And then Arrow says,
And then it goes.
and now fucking finally, Arrow is over.
Honestly, when I was watching this, I was really bored.
Yes,
I
I fell
didn't
asleep.
care at all. This show. It's so boring. I forgot. How did I watch this 6 years ago, man? I don't understand.
Steven, it
Maybe it's
sucked.
because I was a dumb teenage boy.
You were a dumb teenage boy. This is a dumb teenage boy show.
You know what was
It's not
on at the
even-
time? It was like Wednesday night. I could watch 205 Live, dude. You
This
know?
isn't even a show for teenagers. This feels like a show. It's superhero themed, so it's like targeted
Teen?
toward teens. But it feels like the only people that would actually watch this are like,
Huh?
like late
30-year-old?
20s, mid 30s. You know?
I think. Well, it's on the CW, so the main one's like teenage, like women, right? Or like moms,
No,
like
the
house
main
moms,
audience for the
I think.
CW is not teenage women. I have to be as much as you want to
House
tell
mom.
yourself that, Steven. As
It
much
is.
as 16-year-old
Have you seen how many?
Steven
Okay,
wants to
have we
believe.
talked about? Dude, have you seen Riverdale, dude? That show is catered towards middle-aged moms and teenage girls. Okay?
Yo, you seen how fucking ugly Luke Perry's kids are? It's messed up.
mean.
It's messed
Mean.
up. What do you mean?
How'd you like? So Arrow was a very okay show. Not even okay. It was just boring. It's not good.
Yeah, like legit. I would rather watch Psych 1,000 times over.
You could tell the writers of the show just didn't care at all. Like they were just doing their paycheck. You know.
Well, it's like props to them for doing so many seasons of TV and coming up with so many stories. Okay.
8 seasons, man.
I like that they called the drug Stardust and that Cody Rhodes fell
I'll say.
into it. That's cool.
It says it was happening in real life. You know, he fell into Stardust and it made his life worse.
It really did. You know, it's really
It makes you
apropos.
feel better. We might return to the Arrow universe because
It does not make me
there's
feel
another
better.
episode where Adam Copeland is in an episode of The Flash, which is a better show. So you know,
I doubt it,
there you go.
Steven. I
And then
really.
there's another Goldberg is in another episode of Arrow, I think,
You have to watch that
or
one.
Flash.
Why can't
Yeah.
Goldberg be in Psych? I'd watch that fucking every day, all day. Okay, fucking
Yeah.
Bill on Psych. That'd be sick as hell. Oh my gosh.
This show was a show. It was one of the shows ever made.
This sucked. Cody died. Nobody didn't really die. Cody just had his
got
limb
arrested.
sliced. he got arrested. Like killed a police officer or some shit. I don't know, man. But it was fine. Like, Cody didn't do a bad job. Cody's lisp was very like apparent.
How
But
do they advertise this show? Like, is it former WWE superstar Cody guest stars, or is it just like he just appears? Like, they don't advertise as Cody.
they didn't advertise
he's
it
not with
at
the
all. They kept like they didn't
He's
even
not
put
in
him
the
in the
company
credits
anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
that'd be messed up.
Oh,
That'd be
so
messed
you want to
up.
go to current events then?
No, not current events. We're gonna go to the week of, Steven. The week of when
Oh.
that fucking episode of Arrow aired on TV. Okay,
This
are
is
you
when it
ready
gets
for
good,
it?
though. It's 2016. You know, it's a pretty good year.
It's a good year, but fucking, I just had to watch Arrow, so it's not. You know, like I have to recover. I have to I have to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
I have to realize I went that entire episode without realizing that those were flashbacks with the Russian man.
How'd you not realize there were flashbacks?
I didn't look like Stephen Amell. I thought Stephen Amell was skinny. Stephen Amell's not skinny. Stephen Amell's
No,
like
that
a
guy's
bulky
jacked.
dude.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
But I remember
that's like
on All In.
humongous, dude.
All In, he was skinny.
That's probably because it was after Arrow.
Was Arrow done by then? By
I think so.
by late
so.
2018?
Yeah, it should have been done. I think.
I thought Arrow was still on.
Arrow died.
Good.
Like, they killed off Arrow. Like, he's dead.
How'd he die?
He became God and sacrificed his life to save the universe.
At least it's an original idea.
No, it's not. They just copied
I know.
the original comics, like Death or The Flash, that made it Arrow.
Okay.
It's really cool.
I'm done talking about Arrow. Fuck Arrow. Steven, it's time for 2016. Let's get to it.
Hey, man, I'm the host today, right?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I guess so.
What up?
You don't even know the
Oh.
week.
So the week is 2016.
That's a year. That's 365 days, Steven.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So it's February 28th,
No,
2016.
no, it's not.
What is it?
Do you want to take a few more guesses? I think you're almost there.
November 20th.
Closer. Very close, actually.
October. The month?
No.
Month right? The
Mm-mm.
month right? No. Okay, it's
Uh,
December 2016.
October
October 27.
19.
October 19, 2016.
October 19th, 2016 is when that episode of Arrow aired. And we got to talk about all the wrestling that happened during that episode of Arrow. It only makes sense.
A lot of wrestling, man.
Yeah, man, yeah. So, big Lucha Underground news right out the gate, Steven, okay?
It's gonna really suck when we actually get to this date for Lucha Underground.
I'm just hoping it wasn't like a season wasn't going on during this date, you know? I'm hoping it was in the off season.
Yeah.
So, one of our favorites in Lucha Underground star, Angela Fong, had a big announcement, Steven. Do you know who Angela Fong
that
is?
is?
She's
No.
Black Lotus. She's hot. She is sexy. Oh my god. Do you see
What?
how
You
hot she
spoiled
is?
Black Lotus, bro. What the heck?
What do you mean?
You just spoiled what's gonna happen to her.
What do you mean? How did I spoil what happens to
What
her?
happened to Black Lotus?
Well, she's pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the news story.
Did she get written off forever because she's pregnant?
I don't even know if she was like on this time, Steven. I don't know how much of a
Hey,
spoiler you want, but I think I already told you. Like Black Lotus, I didn't even remember being in the first season. I remember her from
disappears?
like the 2018 season. Okay, like I don't know. Maybe my memory's just
That's-
bad. But I thought,
Run.
yeah, I thought she goes away.
That's her big comeback.
But what I learned when seeing this news story, Steven, is that not only is she Black Lotus in Lucha Underground, she was the ring announcer for season 1 of NXT, which is
What?
crazy. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Huh?
That Asian lady that ring announced for NXT season 1 with Matt Stryker, that was her.
Huh?
Yeah,
It's random.
a little bit, and she got fired, and she ended up in Lucha, I guess.
I mean, she got a bigger role, you know.
Yeah, and it's a cool
Good-
role. It's a
good on
cool
her.
role. And her baby, so I found the Instagram post where she announced her baby back in 2016. And
Ugly fucker.
did you call her baby
Ugly
an
baby.
ugly fucker?
Is it?
I mean, it looked like it was unborn because like
Oh.
she was announced she was pregnant. So like
Uh.
based off the sonograms, it didn't look particularly ugly to me. But it said in
Like a baby.
the caption, hashtag welcome baby Habiger. it's
That's the name?
I don't know.
Is that a common hashtag?
It's like Moscow Moose Knuckle. It's spelled Habeger. Baby Habeger.
It's like a. Is it short for something?
I
Is it
don't
like-
know. I don't know, but I'm choosing to assume it's her baby's name.
Aw.
She named her baby
This
Habeger.
is how we spread misinformation. Like that guy on TikTok said.
Well, it's her fault for putting welcome.
Welcome, Habiger. Maybe it's happy birth girl.
No, Steven. But is it happy baby Habeger?
Aw.
I really hope.
Why are you shitting on this woman for having a baby, dude? You're a
I'm
monster.
not shitting on her. It's maybe made me happier than any news story we've ever talked about that she even maybe
Birth.
named her baby Habeger. Okay.
What's up, Habeger?
This is really good. So Black Lotus is having a baby. Also around this time, Hideo Itami has sustained a neck injury, Steven.
Which one?
It's a great question. So he's only weeks back from that initial injury.
Yeah?
Where he fucked up his shoulder, remember? And they had like someone take him out in the parking lot. Remember all that? And it was like the thing that railroaded Hideo Itami's career in WWE. And so now he's back. He's on top of the world. He's going to be taking over. And he gets injured in a tag team match on a house show. He's teaming up with Shinsuke Nakamura. And he's fighting... Can you guess who he's fighting at this time in 2016 NXT, Steven? In a house show
Like fucking
with Shinsuke.
Blake Murphy, like one of the fucking like.
Oh yeah, Blake
was it
and Murphy.
Yeah, wasn't it Blake and Murphy, right?
Yeah, it's a good guess. It's
Wasn't
a good
it?
guess. They were a good team.
I don't know.
No, they were fighting the
Was it?
team of Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli, which is cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I remember those were Moss gets like shit on.
Rubber
right?
bands round stacks.
One of
Rubber
them, like,
bands
injured
round
them, right?
stacks. I don't know. I don't really remember. I just remember I loved Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. I thought they were a great team.
I like modern Moss.
Modern
He's injured.
Madcap.
Got ridden off.
Oh no, they did write him off, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's so sad. Well, yeah, Hideo Itami got written off, and I don't know how he got injured, but he fucks up his neck, and he was supposed to be Kota Ibushi's tag team partner on that coming week of NXT television for the Dusty Classic, which I don't fucking remember Ibushi being in the
It's
Dusty
so dumb,
Classic.
Stacey.
What?
Habiger's a last name.
Wait.
Her name is Aria.
That'd be so. It's a baby girl too. A baby girl named Hamburger. Okay.
Oh wow.
That makes more sense. But
This is what.
can
this is
you
what that
blame
guy on
me?
TikTok said. We're just spreading misinformation. Dude.
Can you blame me when she puts the hashtag welcome baby Habiger? Because baby Habiger sounds like it's its first name, okay?
Habiger.
Like if I ever have a baby, Steven, it's gonna say welcome baby whatever the first name. Welcome baby Ophelia. Oh, it's not gonna say welcome baby Cola. No. It's gonna say the baby's first name, okay? You don't agree? I lied. When I have a baby, I'm gonna put hashtag welcome baby Habiger. That's what I'm gonna put. It'll be great. But Steven,
Yes.
Hideo Itami was supposed to team up with Kota Ibushi in the Dusty Classic, okay? And I don't remember Ibushi being in the Dusty Classic at all. But apparently
Oh,
he
he
was.
was.
Yeah,
I remember
apparently.
this. I remember this.
Did you know who replaced Hideo Itami after he got injured?
JP.
How do you know that?
I said I remember this. Remember?
Oh my god, yeah, it is TJP,
I
man.
legit remember this. It was TJP and Ibushi for like some reason.
Yeah, and they advanced past the first round, and then
Which is
lost.
crazy.
Why? Why is that
Yeah.
crazy?
Because usually when they have guest stars for these, they always job out.
You're just
in the
saying that
first
because
round.
of dumbass Alex Shelley, okay?
That's
all-
why actually. That's actually why.
But Ibushi
I was
wasn't.
really excited for that run, man.
We didn't know if Ibushi was going to be a guest star at this point. We still thought there was a chance he could sign, you know? And
Thought that. Who
I
thought
thought
Ibushi
that.
was signing with the Fed, dude?
I thought that, dude, okay?
he might now. You know, maybe.
No way. No why. And
Kind of
they lost. TJP and Ibushi lost to Sanity in the second round, Steven. That's so
It's a
sad.
great team.
Which by the way, this week
Which
is actually
Sanity?
the debut of the
Who's
original
Sanity?
Sanity. Well, yeah, this week is the debut of original Sanity.
Like all 5 of them, or like
No,
is it 5
it's just
people or
4 people
4?
because Killian Dane joins later. If you remember what happens
Oh.
is Sawyer Fulton is in the
Yeah, I remember
original
him.
Sanity. He gets
That's
injured
right.
and they
Oh.
replace him with
This one better.
Killian. Yeah, a lot better. Yeah. And so yeah, Sanity
Sawyer
debuted
Fulton,
this
man.
week. And it's a team
Yeah.
of Matt Cross. Wait, fuck, not Matt Cross is not there.
No, Eric
It
Young.
it's Nikki Cross, Eric Young,
Oh.
Alexander Wolf, and Sawyer Fulton. And do you remember how they debut, Steven?
I like they had like entrance like there's just lights flashing and they walked out and like the camera was like all shake. It was really cool.
And then
They never did it ever again on the main roster.
That's a little sad. It's a little unfortunate, but you're right.
Yeah.
Steven, it was a 5-on-1 or 4-on-1 gang beatdown of Ty Dillinger. It's just it's so sad.
Dude, 2016 NXT sounds like so random, you know?
It's awesome.
Because like if I was in 2016, it'd probably make sense, right? Because like
Yeah.
they're just all like beginners, right? Or rookies, I guess, technically. But now it's like Ty Dillinger? What?
Yeah.
What?
But
Eric Young? What?
do you remember too, before Eric Young debuted here as the leader of Sanity, do you remember he was on a random episode of NXT like a couple months beforehand, just as himself? Just
Oh yeah. Because like every so often he'll like some like random TNA guy
Yeah.
like James Storm just come in.
exactly. And Eric Young
Remember James Storm and NXT?
Yeah, baby, let's go.
Who did he fight? Was it Samoa Joe?
I think so.
think-
I think so. But I especially remember Eric Young's one-off appearance because the commentators kept talking about how he's a fisherman and how he has a show on like the Outdoor Network where he fishes. And I was like, oh my god, they got a celebrity on NXT. Let's go.
Yo, fuck Pat McAfee, dude.
Yeah,
This is
man.
really one. This is a big draw right here.
We got
Eric
Animal
Young.
Planet's Eric Young. Let's go.
Who's the other guy? Was it Big Z? Was it Z?
Z?
What's his name?
DJ
the one
Z?
from Tough Enough.
ZZ? Oh my god.
ZZ, yeah, he's also a fisherman with a
Hell
TV show.
yeah, he is. Oh my gosh, they should have been a tag team, honestly. They really should have. But no, after weeks of vignettes and teases, Sanity just beats the fuck out of Ty Dillinger, and they make it really far into the Dusty Classic.
People
which
are
is cool.
so over Ty for like no reason.
What?
You know, people are really on Ty. You know, they really love Ty.
I just said
Dillinger.
people were so over Ty, which no, I was a big Ty fan at the time. We're coming up on NXT
Honestly,
Toronto. That was
when
like
I
Ty
rethink
Dillinger's
about
peak.
it, Ty's kind of boring in NXT. I thought.
I don't think in NXT he is. I think he was legitimately great in NXT, and then he went to the main roster and was like, oh fuck,
Uh-huh.
he's I guess not
And then he
that
did the
good.
same thing in AEW where he's on.
Yeah, I just remember one time I
It's a
was.
cool theme, you know. It's a cool theme in AEW.
I guess. Pete and Jim Ross. Every my favorite thing when Sean Spears comes out is he's the chairman,
Oh.
right? So he has chairs with him all the time. Every time he does his
Right.
entrance with the chair, JR is fucking so surprised, like, oh my god, he's got a new gimmick. Which no, he doesn't. He's been doing this for 2 years.
That shows how long he's been like actually wrestling on TV.
Oh my god.
Is when JR's like, who the fuck is this? Well, to be
fuck
fair,
is-
does Jerry even know like half the roster in
There's
AEW?
no way. There is absolutely
No.
no. You saw him. He called a whole entire main event match between Adam Page and Takeshita. He did not try saying Takeshita's name not once. Okay.
The other dude.
This fellow from the Orient is actually what he said, Steven. I don't know
Wow.
if you heard. But JR is cool. Wouldn't you agree?
I like JR a lot.
Okay.
By God.
Great.
It's gotta be Austin. By God.
By golly.
Gotta be wrestler's name here.
Yeah. Well, would you like more NXT news, Steven?
Is it cool?
No. Roderick Strong debuted.
Oh, that's a. People were hyped up. No, were people hyped up for Project Strong?
I mean,
Was
I
this the beginning of
guess.
like indie NXT? Or
It
like,
was, yeah.
already
Indie
indie?
NXT was kicking in full gear. You know, Shinsuke's already
Indie
arrived.
NXT kind of was. I don't know. Like, I feel like I want like indie NXT, but like really only like the takeovers, you know?
That's
The
fair.
Gadget show itself,
I don't know.
really care
I
about.
loved hour-long NXT. It was until it switched to
Yeah.
2 hours that it got bad. Hour-long NXT is so digestible.
Right.
You know, and it's
Right,
not
it's just
until
like pure
COVID.
wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's pure wrestling with some character stuff? Just not a ton. You
No,
know?
it's mostly character stuff.
Yeah. which I don't mind either. I like a lot of character stuff, but it's whatever.
I like it because it's stupid and wacky, like that one Saray chick who transforms for her entrance into from a schoolgirl into like a full-on like wrestler. I think that gimmick's so dumb. I just love
You
it.
did
It's
tell
so
me about her.
stupid.
That's so exciting. Good for her.
Great.
Roderick Strong does not have that gimmick, sadly. Roderick
No,
Strong.
he's just vanilla midget.
Yeah, Roderick Strong
That's
doesn't get
awfully
a
great.
personality for like another 5 weeks until like they.
Still doesn't have one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, still
Wasn't
he
there a
does
fun
not.
fact about Roderick? He was on main event like a month ago, and he lost against T-Bar.
Oh
When you lose against T-Bar in main event, man, like what do you do at that point, dude? You
man,
know?
oh man.
Well,
That's
I mean, he's coming out of the company, right?
well, there were those rumors a while ago from Fightful that he requested his release, but I don't think it was granted.
Well, he's in
Um,
the storyline with like breaking up with his fucking shit, like stable he's in.
No, not the Creed brothers,
the one-
who aren't even Creed
Dude,
brothers
the Creed
anymore.
Brothers are so sick, dude. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's cool,
I love
that's
the Creed
cool.
Brothers. It was a good match on NXT 2.0.
What's that?
There was like a triple threat of like, was it Solo and like Rick Grimes and and
That's awesome.
and
I can't wait to see Rick Grimes in
Carmelo.
NXT.
it was like a triple threat. I thought. That's it.
Okay.
I don't watch NXT 2.0. I just watch NXT 2.0 clips on YouTube.
It's nice. I watched Nikita Lyons dance to MAGA songs. That's what I do.
That's all your experience 2.0 is.
Yeah, essentially. But
I
Roderick
like
Strong.
Cora Jade's Instagram.
Oh
posts.
boy.
That's all I do.
She's getting very filter heavy, okay? She loves her filters,
She's
does
really
Cora
tan.
Jade. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not a lot. It's good for her.
I guess so.
Sun's nice.
But
you know?
Roderick Strong doesn't join the Undisputed Era for another like 6 months or something. It's not until April of
Well,
next year.
the storyline was he was gonna join it, right? But then he won his way out of it. But then he still joins it anyway. So like, what was the point
Yeah.
of that?
It's well, does he not join it for another year then? Because
I don't because like they
Shit.
want to recruit him, I think, right? And then he's like, no, I don't want to be in the Undisputed Era. And then he wins against them. And then like I think in the Dusty Tag Tournament, he's with Pete Dunne. And then he turns on Pete Dunne to join the Undisputed Era.
yeah, I just don't remember if that was,
Fun,
was
right?
that Takeover the one in New Orleans? Was that 2017 or 2018?
How am I supposed to remember that?
I don't
How am I supposed
know.
to remember that, man?
I think 2017.
Tell me. Tell me.
I think it's the upcoming Takeover
It
WrestleMania.
probably is 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But either way, Roderick Strong is boring and is lame. But he has a baby in a few weeks, which is cool. I
It's a
remember
cool
that.
finisher.
I guess.
It's just too bad he can't do it for like half the roster that's like bigger than him.
That is unfortunate. Can he do it to T-Bar? I don't think so.
That's probably why he lost. you
Yeah,
know?
honestly. By the way, Steven,
Lose to T-Bar
about
main
this
event,
time
yeah?
in 2016, Billy Corgan has filed a restraining order against Dixie Carter.
It's awesome.
Yeah. He's also filed a lawsuit against TNA. For
What did she do to him?
Well, he loaned them $2 million and he didn't get paid back. So that'll do it.
I love TNA.
Yeah.
Well, it's Impact now, isn't it? Right? Or is it GCW?
It's definitely Impact at this point. It's pre-GCW.
It's one of the four names. You know.
But yeah, Billy Corgan. I think it's so funny. He filed just a straight up restraining order. Like, there's no way Dixie was showing up to his place. There's no way. But he feels like he seems like a petty man. This Billy Corgan, you know, he really does.
Well, what's the point? Was he any harm from Dixie Carter?
No, I think he was just annoyed with her. You know, you know.
Yeah.
I get
He
that.
put a restraining order.
Yeah, which
Makes sense.
also this week in 2016, Amex is suing TNA.
A lot of TNA's lawsuits this
Yeah,
week.
they're suing them
Poor company,
for
man.
over $250,000 in unpaid travel bills. So that's cool.
Oh my God.
I didn't.
I heard they travel nowadays from Aiden English, and I talked to him about TNA.
Yo, did you
I
ask
don't know
if
if they
they're
travel bills.
paying for their travel? You know, that'd be cool to know.
I wish I knew that at
Yeah.
the time about the story.
Should have asked for the dirt. You should have asked for the dirt on fucking when Simon Gotch got into that shoot fight with Sin Cara. Okay.
I honestly should have, but like I didn't want to talk about like his tag team partner that like he doesn't like anymore.
Does he not
as
like
a
him?
person, you know? I assume they don't. Do they talk to each other still? I don't know.
I assume they would have. I don't know.
I mean, Simon was just kind of a dick. I heard.
Yeah.
CM Punk, you know CM Punk stories like people aren't friends anymore. You try
CM Punk's a
suing
great
them.
man. Okay.
So why is Cole Cabana on TV? Ever since CM Punk debuted, it's a good question.
We literally
man.
saw him beat up Cora Jade's boyfriend. Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
That wasn't on TV. That was like the pre-show.
Oh shit, you're right. It was the pre-show.
You know, where's Cole?
Well, where is Colt? Where is Colt? I mean, honestly though, Colt's kind of the dick in that story. As much as I'll suck Punk's dick any day, right? That is definitely Colt being an asshole. Like, I'm gonna sue you because you're not paying me as much money as I wanted for my legal bills. Even though Punk was like, yeah, I'll cover it. Just tell me how much. Colt wanted more or something like that. I don't remember the story exactly because it was forever ago. But fucking,
I just like the Hornswoggle story where he blocks Hornswoggle for asking for Big Show's number.
I do remember that. Did you read
That was my
Hornswoggle's
favorite
book or
story.
no?
No, I need to.
Oh, it makes.
Is he a good writer? I heard
it's
I
fine.
feel like he has a lot of good stories, right? Because like he's always in for some reason he's like one of the most like advertised wrestlers for a bit on the WWE, right? Because he's on TV every week.
I guess. I mean,
Like
he has a lot of
Hornswoggle,
really good stories. But his life growing up was fucking tragic. Like really sad. Like house
gosh,
burnt
what
down,
happened?
parent died, his brother committed
Oh my
suicide.
gosh!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, Hornswoggle?
Yeah, a
So
little
random.
Hornswoggle. Poor dude.
Oh man, remember his gimmick was being a cute little man,
Cute little cute little
a cute little man.
Did you call him a cute little man?
A cute little man?
That's cool. That's nice. That's nice. So, what the fuck? No, the Colt Cabana story. I think it's legit. He like was asking for like more money than Punk agreed to give him for his lawsuit, and then Colt decided, okay, this friend who's giving me all this money to help cover my legal expenses,
Me more.
let me sue him in court. And then Punk was like, you want to fucking sue me? Then sue me. And then they went to court, and they ended up, I think like. I don't think they
They get undecided?
settled, but I think it got like thrown out or something like that, or maybe they settled, but it
Oh.
definitely never got like a decision was made.
I don't think
no.
anyone won, right?
No. It was either settled out of court or was dropped. I think it was dropped though. I don't think it was settled. Like, I don't think Punk paid.
Big waste of time for everybody. It was awesome.
Yeah, and just destroyed the
And money.
friendship.
Just wasted more money for no reason.
Yep.
Right.
It's very cool. It's very cool. And so, also, Steven, in the world of wrestling from about this time, Mickey James. There's so much NXT news. Oh my God. Mickey James has been announced to be returning soon.
I
At
remember this.
NXT Takeover Toronto, where she'll be fighting
against Asuka?
Asuka. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I think I was pretty hyped for this.
I was too.
Unironically.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
It was before I
know
remembered
why.
how lame Mickey James could be. You know, it was before they made Mickey James lame, honestly. It was just, she was
Piggy
just cool.
James, right?
Well, Piggy James,
Well, because she was on TNA. She did like the cowboy gimmick, right?
I didn't watch
cowgirl
TNA,
gimmick?
man.
Country gimmick. Hardcore country.
What about
That
it?
was her gimmick. That was her gimmick.
Not in,
It's hard.
I know. I watched the
you know
Royal
how they
Rumble.
you know how they wrote her off from TNA?
They killed her.
Yeah, she got pushed to a train.
That's awesome. Who pushed
What a way to
her?
go. I don't, probably Allie or some shit. I don't know.
Allie? Oh my God.
I don't know, dude. Maybe it was like fucking one of the girls from the menagerie.
To the
Best tag team
menagerie?
ever.
Oh my God. I hope it was Crazy Steve who shoved her. That'd be awesome.
Have you seen Crazy Steve's gimmick? He's just a joker now. It's so stupid.
It's so sick. It's awesome. It's awesome.
You know, you can get a cameo from him, right?
You what? Oh, cameo?
You can get a cameo.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Steven, it was also big news around this time. Over in Japan, our boy Matt Seidel was arrested for drug use and possession.
Again?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
This was, I think it was like allegedly for weed, but I don't know if it was ever
I mean, it's
confirmed.
Japan. It's legal there, you know?
It's
like
illegal or legal?
illegal.
Illegal, yeah.
Yeah, illegal in Japan.
So Matt
Like
Seidel
gambling.
was arrested, but I hear he
Again?
got out. Again? Yeah, again.
Oh.
He was arrested again, Steven.
Wow.
And also, around this time, Dana White did an interview with, I think it was Ariel Helwani, and he basically said that CM Punk will probably never get another shot in the UFC, which was
It's fair.
a lie. CM Punk did fight again in the UFC. He fought Mike Jackson.
You know what's great about this? Theoretically, like canonically, Matt was it Mick? Is that his name? Mickey Johnson?
Mickey Gall
Jackson,
and Mike
right?
Jackson.
Is it Mike Jackson, right? Mike Jackson, the
Jackson.
third young buck.
Oh,
Right.
no, Malachi Jackson.
Canonically, that guy is stronger than like the entire AW roster. Like if you
Oh,
think about
Mike,
it.
you're right.
And Mickey Gal. Huh.
Huh.
Although Mickey Gal would be pretty sick in AEW, I feel like. I
You
feel like
always say that. There's no reason to think that.
I don't know why.
There's no
I just think it's
reason.
funny. I just think it'd be so funny Mickey Gal was in AEW.
What
They have no connection. It would just be funny.
Just funny just to have him show up.
Just for the lulz, yeah.
Yeah, I
Against
guess
CM
so.
Punk's like, I'm gonna challenge you, Punk, for your title.
Would be way funnier is fucking for one of Punk's
he-
like title defenses if he's just sitting front row like on hard cam the entire time. It's just like, oh, this is fake. Fuck, this is also fake.
Oh,
I hate
man.
this. Yeah,
This sucks.
that'd ruin wrestling, honestly.
What happened else this week?
I
I
only
only
have-
have talking a lot.
Only got one
about
other
this
story.
week
Only got one other
about
story,
TNA.
and this is big news, even in Lucha Underground terms.
Wait, Lucha Underground news?
Yeah. So, this girl, actually, my girlfriend looks a lot like her. Paige. She has officially proposed to Alberto Del Rio.
Wow, good for them.
Yeah, they did
Wait,
it.
she proposed to Alberto?
She proposed to him after he
Wow, that's
fought
progressive.
Carlito at a show in Puerto Rico. Which
Dude, imagine like
sounds romantic.
you're a wrestler and like
Puerto Rico.
you lose a match, right? And then your opponent uses that as an opportunity to propose to his girlfriend. Pretty cool.
That would be tough. That because I do believe Alberto, lost to Carlito, which is sad.
Did he lose to Carlito in that match?
I think so. It's
Oh my gosh.
Puerto Rico,
What a
so
move.
maybe I don't know, maybe not. But I think I remember him losing. And what's really cool about this marriage proposal is that Alberto is still in the midst of a divorce, which is nice. And then later that night, Paige's father went on Facebook and was very outspoken against the proposal and against the marriage, which is what you want when you're a public figure and you have family also in the public eye. It's
Isn't it
cool.
Feeling like literally crazy, like actually insane.
Paige's family?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I know we're never fucking watching Fighting for My Family on this podcast, okay? We can't do it.
It was directed by The Rock. Or was it produced by The Rock?
I think it was produced. No, it was directed. Was
Oh.
it? Wasn't like
Nice
Vince
take. I don't
Vaughn the
think-
director?
I don't think The Rock knows how to direct. I'm gonna be honest.
He
I
what?
don't think so.
That's horrible. Why would you say that? Dwayne's a man of many
No.
trades, many talents. Please don't say that.
True.
Exactly. I know.
He's on the hit show Young Rock. You know,
Really
the greatest show
was.
of all time.
Really was. So, Steven, how do you feel about the proposal from Paige to Alberto?
I remember the video of her like in the ring proposing to him, but like that's all I remember. I don't know anything else about this relationship. I heard it ends up great, you know.
Mm-hmm. Poppy tattoo. That's
And it-
cool.
Page ban.
Uh-huh.
Poor Paige. Have you seen her Twitch page? It's just like
No.
a bunch of like links to like buying merch and shit and like subbing and giving her money.
I mean, good for her. You know, she's living her life. She's trying her best. It was also, by the way, this week. I didn't write this down, but I remember it. Paige announced online she needs neck surgery, and then she'll be out for about like 8 months, 7 months. And then WWE came out and was like, "Our
wrestling?
doctors did not say you need surgery. What the fuck are you talking about?" And she was like, "Well, my doctor said I need surgery." And they were like, "What? I don't think so."
See, I don't. Here's the thing. I feel like it could either go both sides for like who's right, you know?
hmm
Because like I don't know if Paige is like insane yet.
Well, if she didn't get the
'Cause she might-
surgery, she did break her neck a year later, you know? So,
True.
yeah. So maybe it would have been helpful. I don't know. I don't remember. But
Maybe.
either way, Steven, that was that week in October.
Paige's life kind of sucks.
Your life really honestly sounds like it sucks huge. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just so sad. Oh my god, it's so sad.
So, you want to go the next? You want to go for this week and what we did this week?
We need to have Paige on this podcast and just do like a life retrospective.
Pressing.
It would be. She seems like
For, like,
a nice
us?
person. She can make it fun. You know, she'd laugh at
I
herself.
feel like we'll try to make it funny, but like it would be so awkward for us, you know?
No, Paige and I would get along swimmingly. She'll probably want to break up with her boyfriend, Danny
Yeah,
Radke or
for
whatever
you.
his name. Yeah,
You
probably.
can have an actual girlfriend who looks like Paige.
It's true. Thank
Because
you
she
so
is
much.
Paige.
No, my girlfriend looks like Paige, Steven. I swear. I'll show you
No, my
pictures
girlfriend's
afterwards.
like 2014 Paige actually, guys.
Oh
okay?
my god.
Okay.
Paige was.
I mean,
I don't want to talk about Paige. She's had a tough life, but young
Yeah,
Paige,
me.
guys. Okay.
young Brad Maddox. Oh my god.
Oh my god, young Brad.
Honestly, unironically, that guy was like actually like hot. Like
No,
unironically.
he wasn't. Very ironically, he was
gorgeous.
hot. Brad Maddox was not a
Guy's
looker.
gorgeous.
No, he was not.
That guy. Handsome man.
You're a fucking idiot. Brad
That is
Maddox.
a handsome man, dude.
I believe you think that is the sad thing. I
That's
think you
handsome,
think
dude.
that for real.
Okay, we gotta ask two guys on the street, okay? Is Brad Maddox hot? And do you know Bam Bam Bigelow? Those are the two questions we ask people.
Who would you rather fuck? It's a photo of Brad and a photo of Paige.
You want to just go into this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go, Steven. Let's get to the current events.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, this is going to be a rough current events because I have none. We're pre-recording, so I left this all up to you.
Oh my goodness. So, did you watch Double or Nothing last Sunday?
Not really. Like, I turned it on.
Honestly, I think I was taking a nap and I woke up at like 7 o'clock. Like, oh wait, there's a pay-per-view happening right
Oh,
now.
cool.
I'll probably watch it. And it was the MJF match, right?
Yo,
With
I did watch
Wardlow.
that match. I watched that match all the way.
Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. Because, like, I think the main draw was, like, MJF appearing and not, like, the actual build for the match itself, you know?
Yeah.
And then MJF just kind of, like, jobbed in, like, 20 seconds, was it? Or, like, a minute?
That was a couple minutes of him getting
It was
powerbomb.
a squash, though.
Yeah.
But,
But,
you know, I have
but,
to watch 20 whippings for this. That was the build-up.
but,
I watched 2 10 whipping segments for this match.
it was worth it, Steven, okay? It was all
That's
worth
too
it.
many whipping segments.
No, it's not. Steven.
That's too many whippings.
No, it's not. It's not too
Yeah.
many whipping segments, okay?
I like how Wardlow is employed by all Elite Wrestling now.
Fine,
But his
like
record's like 51-8. So that's like,
it's pretty good. But
meanwhile, Tony Nese is on the same show. I don't know how.
fuck Tony Nese, honestly. Tony Nese lost on the pre-show, okay? He lost to
He's
Danhausen
not
and
even
Hook.
employed by the company.
Got messed up.
How does he keep appearing?
Good. Great. Steven, I was going to
Yeah.
say that this show, all of Double or Nothing, I watched it after it happened, like the next day, and I pretty much knew all the results because of that. And
I
like,
feel like it kind of ruins wrestling, you know?
I mean,
on the
sometimes though, but
results.
sometimes like you can like still enjoy it.
I don't know, I
No,
feel
this
like
show
sometimes
was
if I
not
know the
watchable.
results, I'll just skip through some parts of the match.
Well, yeah, I had no vested interest in legitimately like 75%
What?
of the matches on
You
this
know,
show.
like the Anna J match? That was awesome. Athena came out. I love Athena.
I don't
And then
share that
Malcolm
sentiment.
Bivens came out.
I like him. I
I thought
think
he was a comedian. I thought
Athena. I think Ember Moon is. Oh, this is gonna get following Lucha some hate, Steven. I think
don't
she's
say
like
this.
the most overrated female
Marquee
wrestler ever. Okay,
I just think she's mark for herself.
she just sucks. So like, she's never had a match I've enjoyed. Oh, maybe that's an exaggeration. I can't think of a match she's had that I've ever enjoyed. I always just zone out, and I'm like, this girl is boring as shit. I'm sorry. She's probably a nice lady, but God, I can't watch her matches. I don't want to watch her matches. You know,
Dude, you suck.
I suck.
You suck, dude.
I'm sorry, man.
You suck.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. Honestly, I felt like the show was pretty boring when I watched it until like the Darby match
Darby,
versus
he sucks.
versus Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be like the piss match, right? Where like it was supposed to be like, all right, guys, let's cool off from these epic matches like Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay, guys. This is a cool off match, guys. Okay, we gotta rest for a bit. And then Darby and Kyle O'Reilly have like this amazing like brutal match for like no reason. It was just so random because there's like I think the match was literally made like on Friday or something.
Yeah, I didn't know this match was fucking happening. I don't know. I still
It was
can't even
so
tell you
weird.
why it happened. Darby versus
But
Kyle O'Reilly.
it was just good. It was like the best match for like no reason. It was so weird.
But like, imagine if you had cared about it going in and it had any kind of
Yeah.
stakes. That'd be crazy.
Like, does Darby ever win?
Oh, did
You know,
Darby lose
that's-
to Kyle?
Yes.
Oh boy, poor dude. Poor dude.
Does Darby win anything?
I don't
like,
know, man.
When was this time he won a rivalry? I feel like he always loses
He
all
beat
of his.
Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page with Sting at last Double or Nothing. So that was good.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
it's been a year, man. I thought this match was like the Chris Jericho match, right? Like the Appreciation Society versus I forgot the other guy.
How
who was,
dare
like,
you forget the
LAX.
name of the Black Bull Combat Club and LAX and Eddie Kingston, okay?
Great name for
Yeah.
How do you feel about the black? Is it the black? What are they called? The black
BCC.
Bullet? BCC? Oh, okay. Black Combat Club. That's their name, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for this match, for Moxley's
Black
theme when he was coming out, right? His whole entire posse came out with his theme song. It was like, and then it just kept going on, like the song.
I did see that.
It just went on for
yeah.
like half the match, and like I don't know, but this match was like so hard to follow for the first like 20 minutes of it.
It was.
Because there's people like beating each other up. Like you'll have like one scene where like Moxley like beating a guy with a chair, right? Like Moxley grabs a chair, and it'll just cut to like LAX on a ladder.
Oh
It's like,
yeah.
what the fuck is happening? And then it'll cut away to like Moxley with the ladder like out of his hands because he beats him with it. And then it'll come back to like LAX through the table. It's like, what is happening? And the song just keeps playing. And it's so confusing. And then like Jericho apparently just like smashes like I guess a soundboard or something. Just stops the music.
Hell yeah.
And there's just too much happening for the first 20 minutes.
I
And then when
loved
it
it.
started slowing down is when I started liking it a lot more.
I love this match because they went into like the what the fuck's it called, the concourse, okay? And JR fucking hit us with a throwback. He referenced, I don't even know how JR remembers this. He referenced the first Stadium Stampede from like 2.5 years ago. Okay,
How does he know that?
I know he was like, oh my god, are they going to the Dippin' Dots? Because in the first Stadium Stampede,
Not the Dipping Dots.
exactly,
No.
exactly.
It's a hot dog card, I think. Dude,
Oh,
Eddie
man.
Kingston looks like he was getting shanked. Like at the end of the match, the dude was just all bloodied up, like he got shanked by someone.
Oh,
dude.
he looked
Like, oh,
badass.
fuck, dude.
There's been so much fan art
I like
of
the
Eddie
art-
Kingston in that one photo. He looks awesome.
Yeah, all that blood, on us. Sick. How many diseases will like you get from this
Oh my
match?
god, if one person had AIDS in that match, all of them have AIDS now. And so many audience
Sucks.
members. Oh my god.
So I think during the match, Brian Danielson. I'm sorry, I dead
Fuck
named the guy.
you.
I'm a Mark, guys. I'm
I don't mean
sorry.
that. Oh, I read
so-
one review on Twitter of like, or
Yeah.
it was a link on Twitter of that
Uh-huh.
match specifically, and they were like listing each of the people that were fighting and like had like a paragraph about how they each did. And for
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson, they put
Uh-uh.
the American Dragon instead of his name, and I got someone like I just douche chills. Okay,
That's fucking super fucking Mark, dude.
it'd be way worse if it were WWE and you weren't going by American Dragon. So it's kind
Yeah.
of okay that he is, but it's just again douche chills. It's
So
horrible.
during the match, I think Brian Danielson was beating up Jericho, and then Eddie Kingston comes out with a gasoline like tank and starts like pouring it on Jericho, and then he gets a match out, right? And then everybody's like, dude, what the fuck? Dude, you're gonna fucking murder him? Don't do that, dude. Why are you gonna murder this man on TV? And then Mox like, dude, bros, stop, bros, okay? Stop it, man. And then I guess Eddie Kingston punches Brian or something. And then Chris Jericho starts attacking Bryanson. It's like, yo, stop.
American Dragon
Stop,
is what you
man.
meant to say. Sorry.
American Dragon.
Yeah.
It's really hard to explain this match. There's so much in this match, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I got distracted, Steve, when I looked down at my notes from 2016, and I saw.
You missed something?
No. I saw the hashtag "Welcome Baby Hamburger" again, and yeah, it's really distracting.
Hamburger.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think around this time was when I started getting like tired of just watching wrestling. This pay-per-view was too long, man.
Yeah.
It's too long, man. It's like 5
started at like
hours.
7:30 Eastern time. I went past
Like half it wasn't even
midnight.
good. I'm gonna be honest.
No, dude, I legitimately, there are so few matches on that card that I cared even a little bit about, which is so sad.
Hey, you know what's cool?
Why?
You came out with?
Sorry, can I please complain? We never
Okay.
complain here. Why the fuck did that six-person tag match happen with Sammy and Kazarian and Paige Van Zandt?
I love it because Kazarian was like the only face for the match.
What the fuck?
That's the thing. Well,
That-
the whole storyline was like if they lost, they can no longer challenge for the TNT title. Whoa.
I don't care.
I like how Sammy tongued Tay on their entrance.
He
That was pretty
fucking
sick.
ate her out? That's awesome.
Sorry, tonguing her. That was sick,
Oh my
dude.
god.
And then there's the Jungle Boy match, which I didn't care about, but we know the tag team name for Swerve and Lee now.
I know. I've
and you
like,
guessed their
done
name?
known what it is. When they were at Austin, Steven, they stayed
Yeah.
after because they main evented Rampage, so they sent the crowd home
Uh-huh.
happy. They cut a promo afterwards, and
Did they announce their name there?
Well, the crowd was all chanting, "Oh, Swerve in his glory."
That sounds really sexual.
A little bit, a little bit.
Yeah.
But then when Swerve got on the microphone later, it was like, "Yeah, I like the ring of that. I think it kind of writes itself. I think we got a name, Keith."
It sounds like a name of a guy tonguing a guy's bunghole, you know? That's what it sounds like to me.
through a glory hole, or because I feel like that's not
bunghole.
generally what those are used for. I'm gonna be honest.
His bungus.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have that interpretation. I didn't,
Yeah.
but I'm glad you do.
And then the main event happened, dude. It was sick. I don't know. I was really tuckered out. I remember the spot where CM Punk did a buckshot lariat,
Pick up the tucker.
fell down completely on the way to the ring from the flip,
buddy.
and then like Adam Page picks him up for the GTS, right? Does the GTS better than CM Punk does it? And I thought like in my mind, like, oh, sick. This is awesome. It's supposed to CM Punk. It's just so old. He can't do moves like these young boys can, right?
True.
So you know what happens next after this spot?
What happens?
CM Punk goes for another buckshot lariat and just falls down again.
It's intentional. He was selling the knee, okay?
Dude,
He
it's
was
so bad.
No, he was selling the knee, Steven.
They should have just done it the first time. It would have made sense, you know? He's just an older dude. He can't do what these young kids do. You know?
I didn't watch
And now
the
CM
match.
Punk's champion, man.
I'm gonna be honest, I was really excited to see the match, and then I heard about the buckshots, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. And so I haven't watched it.
I mean, Paige kind of carried the match. Like, that was pretty cool.
That's good.
CM Punk's champion. Isn't that sick, right?
I mean, he
became
looks
what he
badass
hated.
with the title.
Have you seen? I like every conference of Tony Khan after every show is like my favorite thing to watch, because he's such like a
my
weirdo.
gosh. He has no
during these
boundaries anymore.
conferences.
He's straight up dropping F-bombs nonstop. I love it. I love it so much.
I think he was talking about how he won the Friday Night War, which I didn't know existed.
Yeah, that one episode of NXT or SmackDown that they fought them for half an hour with. Those were the days, man. Those were tough.
He
In the
won
trenches.
30 minutes. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's just too bad he doesn't realize that most online wrestling is viewed on the internet and not cable television.
Wow, we're really breaking ground by covering that in 2022. That wasn't a talking
Yeah.
point back in 2016.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So,
People still don't realize.
do we have any other news stories, Steven?
I got some current news. So
Oh,
on Monday
boy.
Night Raw, there was a return of a former WWE champion, not the title, the company.
Oh.
Can you guess who it is?
Former WWE champion?
No, former WWE champion was returned on Raw.
A former
This past
WWE champion.
Champion. Yes.
A
Can you
former
guess?
WWE champion. Wait, so just I don't understand what you're trying to say. Like a former company?
No, a former champion for the WWE.
Then say it like
appeared
that.
on Raw.
What the
No,
fuck?
I gotta say like the article say it.
Jesus Christ, you just don't know how to read.
I gotta do like the companies and they say it, like all those like clickbait articles.
Oh my god. I don't
Can you guess?
who's back? I don't know. MVP.
He was a former Paul Heyman guy. That's your hint.
Oh fuck, I did see this. Our boy Axelmania
Our boy, winner of the Royal Rumble.
2015 baby.
Let's go. He returned for Raw. It was so cool.
That's awesome. I hear he's a producer now, something like that.
I don't know. I don't really care.
I don't either. I'm gonna be honest.
I just thought it was funny that he popped up.
What I thought was funny is
Um,
that one dude at the wrestling school I've been going out to and helping out with like the broadcast with all that kind of stuff. He was at a bar the other day. He was telling me, and at one point the DJ got on like his little microphone right to the entire club. Right, it's like, yo, I just want to give a big shout out to the wrestler we have in the house tonight, and the buddy
Melina,
of mine,
let's go, guys.
the buddy of mine was like, oh, did someone tell them about me? Are they talking about me? And he looks up.
Aw,
Fuck, MVP is there.
aw, man.
Yeah, poor guy. I
I got jobbed.
Yeah, he's not on
by
the
life.
MVP level, sadly. It's a
Honestly,
little
MVP is a
unfortunate.
pretty known guy, right? I assume.
Yeah, my parents know who MVP is. Like before I even started watching wrestling, they knew MVP. I don't know how,
crazy.
but they did.
Huh.
My mom still can tell you Montel Vontavious Porter. I don't know why. She didn't like particularly
Huh.
like him, but you know,
Just knows him
yeah,
for his famous feud with Matt Hardy.
exactly.
Yeah.
She's a big Matt guy. There's many women in there.
Oh my god, have you seen that Jeff match, dude? It was so bad. The one with the Young Bucks. It
That
was like the
wasn't
Hardy
that
Boys
bad.
versus-
I mean, I watched it. It was fine. You know,
No, Jeff just. I just feel like Jeff just wrestles too
Jeff
much.
couldn't even walk
on
to the
weekly
ring,
basis.
man. Like, dude was
I mean, so can Matt. You know, they both can't walk.
yeah.
Um,
But at least Matt's adjusted. Matt, his style now is he can't fucking walk.
his style is he can't walk
Yeah.
anymore. He moves like an action figure.
He really does. That's like the perfect
Aw.
description, Steven. And not an elite figure. It's one of the basics, okay?
It's on the base
Yeah.
$10
No, it's not.
figure.
It's a flex force figure how he moves, okay? He can only bend one limb.
That's
It's so sad.
mean.
Oh man.
Yeah, I just think Jeff just shouldn't wrestle on a weekly basis, man.
Yeah.
But in bigger news, we have VTuber Guaragura, right? Streamed last week WWE 2K22 with
Wow.
over 30,000 live viewers, making her one of the most popular WWE streamers for a week.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
And did something happen? Did John Cena show up and be like, "Hey, yo"? No. Okay.
No, she's just more popular than
Oh.
every WWE streamer.
Well, do you
But
remember?
that's it.
Do you remember that dude from a few years ago when John Cena was in Britain?
Remember it? Yeah.
In Britain, and like this Indian dude, I think he was British, but he kept harassing John Cena, like for his
Why?
his vlog. He was like, "Yo, John Cena's right there. Oh my God, it's John Cena." But he kept saying his name over and over again. I forget, like his name was like Mo something, like Modesh, and
Like his actual name? Like the dude's vlog's name?
yeah, his vlog name. He's saying, "Yo, I'm Modeep."
Okay.
I Modeep is maybe it. I don't fucking know. But he kept saying his name.
Uh-huh.
I'm so and so. I'm so and so. John Cena's there. John Cena's there. And John Cena's like, "It's cool of you to film me without asking."
Big chillin'. Oi, John Cena, can you tell me something on the camera, mate?
But basically,
Big chillin'.
Being Jewish. That'd be fucking awesome.
I want to do this John Cena now.
But John Cena, he's not very kind. Well, rightfully so. But he's like,
I mean,
you respectfully.
He has
I'm-
hustle, you know?
He does have hustle.
He has
does have
respect.
hustle. And
He's
Mo
really loyal.
something does not have that. But the point is, this video went everywhere like a few years ago because it was like the only time we've seen John Cena like actually angry, and rightfully so. It's not like, oh, cancel John Cena. It's like, fuck this asshole for pissing off John Cena. You know?
Now we do cancel John Cena, you know?
No,
So it's sick.
no, Taiwan guys. So, the same YouTuber, the same vlogger.
We had a rant about John Cena being an asshole, did he?
Well, no, he ended up staying in the same hotel as John Cena, and
On
trying
purpose,
to get
or, like-
into. I assume on purpose. I don't know for sure, but I
Okay.
assume. And like tried getting into the elevator with him, and was like, "Yo, it's John Cena. Do you remember me? Do you remember me? I'm so and so." And he's like, "I don't remember you, but have a good day." It's just, it's so.
Dang, that's
weird.
like a very dude. That's
Yeah.
Yo, man! Welcome back to the Moss channel. That's awesome. Sick.
Good for him. Shout out to that dude, whatever his name
That should be a
is.
gimmick in the. That'll be my indie gimmicks, like vlogger dude.
I feel like this has been
Which
done
I guess is just the
before.
Boros twins, you know.
The Voros twins, Austin Theory, Zack Ryder.
Also, Theory's gimmicks like selfies. I thought
Oh, okay.
different.
Fair enough. Sammy
Yeah.
Guevara, he has the vlog stuff going on.
I like his gimmick. Is just making out with his girlfriend.
Yo, I want Sammy's gimmick. I want to do that. Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want that. Give me what I want. give me what I want.
Precisely. Thank you, Steven. So, are there any other stories you have for
This episode's
these?
almost 2.5 hours long.
What?
This episode's over 2 hours already.
Yeah, it is. We can wrap it up if you want to.
We have to end it, man.
Okay, do you want to have
We
one
have.
last news story to send us off into the sunset?
What happened?
I don't know. I thought you had one.
Let me look at my notes.
Pull one out your. What about MJF? MJF on Dynamite tonight. Remember?
Oh shoot, that's current event. We woo, current event. Current event. This day on
On
6/1/22.
this day. Dude, don't date
The
us.
first day. Oh shoot, I just dated the episode. Shoot.
Fuck. We have to start
Um,
over. Let's run it back.
MJF
Let me get my arrow
Had a
notes back out.
promo
Mhm.
on AEW Dynamite only on TBS at 7 CST to 9 CST. He had a
Cool.
promo and he was like, "Fuck you, Tony Khan." My words, not it.
No. He didn't say "fuck you, Tony Khan." He said, "Tony Khan, you fucking mark." Those were his actual
He's not
words.
wrong though.
I mean, yeah,
You know.
but it's okay.
But
We're
that's why
allowed
we
to be
love him.
marks. Exactly. Guys, I
We're all
love
marks.
Tony. I love TK so much. He's so good. He's so good to
I
us.
still don't know if it's a work or not, but
It's probably a mixture. I don't give a shit. We'll find out about
And then-
we'll
is
find
this what
out in
it's like?
5 years, and then
is
like,
this what it's like to be like a Brian Pillman fan back then? It's like
ooh, that's a good question.
you
That's a
know,
good question.
It's confusion every week.
Maybe. Oh my god, I would still love that if that happened. Tony Khan Pillmanizes himself. That'd be crazy.
Oh no.
That'd be sick as hell. But what I love, Steven, is like this week with the Billy Corgan and Dixie Carter story, I was able to look at like, because at the time Billy Corgan wasn't talking about it because it was a lawsuit going on, like an open lawsuit. But I was able to like skip ahead to like 2020, and he did an interview all about it. You know, and I like being able to have that hindsight where like stories that no one gives a shit about, that like years later you get all the details for. You know?
All the beats, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully this is what
Dude,
this
I
is
want
one day.
I want the AEW NDAs to like come out. I want to know like stories. I feel like it'd be so funny.
Yo, what NDAs do you think there are for AEW?
I don't know. Just like after you get fired, like can they talk about the company still?
I'm sure they can. Why not? Maybe. Well, I don't know if they're independent contractors or not. I assume they weren't because, like, I thought they
I
were
don't
doing
know.
things better than WWE, but I don't know.
You think Marco Stunt has stories?
Maybe, but also too, you have to remember that these dudes still have careers and want to continue careers. So if Marco Stunt
Right.
has dirt on TK, he's probably not dropping it. You know. Joey
can
Janela is our
drop
one
dirt.
hope. Joey Janela is our one hope, and he's behaving
I love
himself.
Joey Janela, dude.
Yeah.
That guy's slaying himself on fire. It's sick.
You didn't even recognize him when we met him in person, okay? So fuck off.
I didn't see him.
Whatever. You loser.
I mean, to be fair, the Joey Janela look different compared to everyone else. I like a WB show. I don't know.
I don't know.
Does he?
Steven, I don't know. We got to wrap up this episode of Following Lucha, though. We have some page-looking girlfriends to go hang out with, okay? They're waiting for us.
Sucks, man.
Why does
I
that
gotta go
suck?
now.
You don't want to
Goodbye,
hang out with
everyone.
your
Follow
girlfriend?
us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow our YouTube channel. Follow our Facebook page. Like us on Patreon. Give us money.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Wait, weren't we gonna do like the Zack Ryder sign off every week? Like us
Woo,
on
woo, woo.
Facebook, follow us on
Oh, wait.
Twitter. Tell we were gonna do take care, spike your hair. Was that it? Or no? There was. Oh my
We're
gosh.
not doing this anymore. Podcast ends
No,
right
Steven,
now.
wait. We have to come up. What was the Zack Ryder thing?
You don't get one.
What was his music? Was his
We
music
just
the thing?
end it.
The
Just
brewski of the
take care.
week. Just take care.
Spike your hair.
Spike your hair. Now we can end it.